I'm a fucking artist. I'm sensitive as shit.
Hello, you sons of bitches.
It begins!
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Ooh.
Done.
It begins!
Hello!
Hi! Hi everyone! How's it going? I am so very excited to say welcome to the very first episode of the first campaign I've ever run here on Twitch, Traveler the Bomber. And we have so many amazing people to introduce you to that it's probably going to take a few minutes in and of itself. So I'm going to get started right away. My name is Jack Squarepeg. If you've never seen me before, this is my channel and this is what I do. I'm a professional game master with this person on my left, one of those fingers. Abby is my co-business partner in Dungeon Master On Demand. We run tabletop RPGs directly to you or online. You can go to dungeonmasterondemand.com.au and hire us to do... What haven't we done at this point, Abby? I think we haven't done a funeral. That's about it. We've done every other kind of event, basically.
Hey,
right?
there's still time.
Yeah, I want to do one. I think that would be amazing.
You've run a funeral before, though.
That would be
Jack.
amazing.
Have I run a funeral before?
You have. My
No,
character's
like in the
funeral.
game itself. I mean, someone's dead, and I'm running a game at the wake.
Yeah, we're just going to do a seance part to stop.
Yeah. Someone requests Call of Cthulhu just to mess with everyone.
That would be me.
I
Oh
th-
my
it,
God,
it depends on the context, right? So I remember John Robertson told me this told this funny story on stage where his mother was a chain smoker. It was just a walking ashtray, a chimney, and she was getting cremated, and a puff of smoke went out into the thing, and John says to his mum, "She's having a fag." To the mother. Rakes down laughing. It's amazing. So anyway, we're going to start on the bottom left. Piggles, who are you? Who are you playing today? And what is your favorite sci-fi film? And you already know the answer to this, chat, if you've been paying attention to our socials. But Piggles, who are you? Who are you playing? And what is your favorite sci-fi film and why?
Now I've got to remember my actual answer, which hopefully I do. I remember
The same one, right?
Yeah, it should be fine. Because guys, I'm old. Sci-fi movies from like the 70s and 80s, unfortunately, my background. But hi everyone, I am Piggles. I am playing Maybelline, who we'll find out more a little bit later. I occasionally pop up here on Jack's stream now, a little bit more permanently in this.
A bit more regularly now.
Yeah, a little bit more regularly now. Also over on the Law Rights playing Call of Cthulhu, where I'm desperately trying not to die or go crazy. We're coming back to that in February, folks, so you'll be able to check us out there every fortnight on Thursdays. And my favorite sci-fi movies, I do remember picking The Fifth Element, and I'm completely blanking on the other one because there are too many, but The Fifth Element is awesome if you haven't seen it. What are you doing with your life?
Make your case. Why Fifth Element? Out of all the things.
We don't have time for that.
Okay. I mean, you could have just said multi-pass and that would have been acceptable, but all right, moving on.
Hey, I'll just say Gary Oldman, and go.
Done. That's an acceptable answer. Does anyone disagree? Get out. All right.
Yeah,
Cam,
exactly.
who are you? Who are you playing? And your favorite sci-fi movie and why, please?
Cam, I'm playing Marcus Kelly, the space bogan for this beautiful campaign. Someone's going to get really annoyed with my bogan accent by the end of it, and it's going to be
Nick.
an
Okay.
achievement.
I was like,
I'm
no,
looking
I'm
over
fine.
at Steve-O. Looking over at Steve-O. He loves my bogan accent. It's great. Favorite sci-fi movie is a sci-fi horror called Event Horizon. Sam Neill, Lawrence Fishburne, beautiful.
Nice choice.
100%.
I watched it when I was a kid at 10, terrorized me up until about
Why?
so because my parents loved torturing me. It was great.
You know what? I've met your
Without
parents.
giving too much away,
That tracks.
there's a certain scene on a screen where you see something happen with a hand, and that terrorized the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Abby,
Yeah.
who are you? Who are you playing? Favorite sci-fi movie? And why is it so great to work at Dungeon Master On Demand? I don't know. You don't have to answer that last one. I just figured it was good to get the extra pimp in there. Yeah.
I'm Abby. I have not been on this stream before, or any stream before. This is stream newbie.
No way, really? In general?
No, first
Okay,
stream.
well, way to throw you under the bus. I'm sorry. My bad.
I am playing Lyra Delaney, a disgraced medic And my favorite sci-fi movie, I have a lot, but my favorite is The Arrival because I'm a linguistics nerd and also a sci-fi nerd, so it's kind of meshing of the two. But also, shout out to Interstellar because it's just the soundtrack and it's just all of it. Working in Dungeon Master for on demand. It's fun to work with Jack. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's just a fun time.
Kiss ass.
We do meetings. We kind of around in the meetings for most of the meeting. It's
Yeah, we're
great.
mostly giggling about stupid nonsense.
Yeah,
For
it's
sure.
awesome. Yeah.
Amazing. Stephen,
Huh?
who are you? Who are you playing? Favorite sci-fi movie?
I'm Stephen. I appear consistently on Jack streams.
That is true.
Can't get rid of me. And I'm playing Atten Trask, who is a 40-something-year-old cop with a mysterious background. Ooh la la. And yeah, that's about it.
Favorite science fiction movie and why?
Science fiction.
Science
I'm a
fiction,
basic-
yes.
Science fiction, yes. I like
Science fiction.
Star Wars. Star Wars is a good one because
The first one?
basic
Like the 1970...
70s and the prequels. Don't talk to me about the sequels.
Which one
Best part
specifically?
about it, the first one, Phantom Menace, because Jar Jar Binks is the greatest character in all of sci-fi creation.
Stephen's a bit of a troll, chat, in case you were wondering.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Who knows? Amazing.
David
Well,
Clever.
yeah. Karen, who are you and who are you playing and your favorite sci-fi movie, please?
I'm Karen. I don't do anything. I should be appearing on Jack's stream at some point in the future. Woo. Other than this. I am playing Octavia Last Light. The failed cult leader? Question mark. Yes, and I have so many favorite sci-fi movies, but I had to give love to my favorite sci-fi TV show, which was born from a movie, so we'll give it that. So it's Stargate SG-1. I have to give it out. I've got the tattoo of it. I can't be here without saying it.
No,
and
no,
what can I
100%.
say about it? It is like 12 seasons of the most janky, like, set designs that they just smashed out of the park real well, and some of the actors in it are just fantastic, and please don't ask me to say more because I will just keep talking.
Got the one where they just used the same Canadian forest for like 15
Yes.
Very, very on point
All
for
12
any science
seasons.
fiction show.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was all filmed in Vancouver. I have gone to Vancouver and... Yeah, okay, let's not.
You found the gate, didn't you?
I went to a convention for Stargate over there. I went and did a tour and got to see all the different filming locations.
You are more than welcome to fangirl as much as you want. There is no fangirl limit here. I think I would be somewhat hypocritical if it was. Nick, who are you, who you playing, and your favorite sci-fi whatevers?
I'm Nick. I am basically Jack's familiar at this point. I have been around many times. You can't get rid of me. I play the resident goth Yankee in the Monday Night Boys streams.
That's true.
I'm playing Jameson Coltrane, former Marine turned mercenary.
Wonderful. And your favorite sci-fi thing, me?
Starship Troopers. I'm a bit simple, but Starship Troopers.
Love it. Amazing. And as for me, hello. You've already heard a little bit about me. My favorite sci-fi is Firefly, I gotta say. It's probably gotta be Firefly and Serenity attached to it. It's somewhat... The tragedy of it ending early means that there's basically no dud episodes, which is a lovely time capsule. It's either that or Cowboy Bebop, and they have things in common.
Ooh.
They're very working class.
Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in common with those properties.
Well, hey, Jack.
Yes, sir.
Apparently, season 2 of Firefly may be getting into production this
You
year.
sent me an AI image, respectfully, Kim.
Oh, don't tell me that. I got so excited. I wanted to cry now.
I know.
That's it. Good night.
It's never gonna happen.
AI is
It's
here
too
to
late.
destroy our hopes and dreams.
It's too late.
Too late. Destroy our hopes and dreams.
It's too late.
That's done.
Our hopes and dreams.
It's too late.
Too
That's
late.
done.
Our hopes and dreams.
I'm
That's
hearing.
done.
Sorry, step
That
on.
was
I'm
good.
hearing.
Yeah.
Sorry, step on.
That was weird.
Yeah,
that
there
was
was
so weird.
That really hit us with the how bad people want season
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
You can't
It
talk bad
summed it
about
up
AI.
perfectly.
This is what happens.
What just happened? And then it just stopped. That's
They
interesting.
heard AI and took over.
Yeah, AI specifically. Yeah,
That's right. I did
That's
say
interesting.
something against it. Oh no.
you did. You did. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're gonna proceed and hope that that doesn't happen again because I don't know what the heck
Yeah.
that was. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for being here. I reckon we will get right into this particular game. So, first of all, if you've never heard of Traveller before, that's okay. Neither have basically anybody in this stream. Abby,
Yep.
with the slight exception, because they had familial connections, but I don't think they learned about it until I mentioned it, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the long and the short of it there.
Knew of it only very vaguely due to a certain person in chat who was a former GM of mine who it is his favorite thing in the world.
Oh, right, yes, of course it is. Yeah. Hi, Chris. So,
Agnes.
Traveller is the science fiction game. It was created in 1975 by Mark Miller. There has been a bunch of iterations on top, and it is basically any kind of science fiction that you can possibly imagine, you can probably achieve with Traveller. It is a 2d6 system, and the modifiers are relatively simple. When in doubt, if you're hearing the players roll dice, the magic number is 8 is what they need to achieve. Some of the modifiers that they need to get, that they have, will help them. Having a 0, believe it or not, is actually more useful than it sounds because it means you don't have a -3 on a 2d6 roll. So with all that said, I reckon we'll get right into it with a little spiel that these guys have heard before. Welcome to Traveller, the world of the far future. The year is 1106, and the war is brewing against the Imperium. The only question is how long and catastrophic will that war be, and who will lead that conflict? Of course, we don't have to worry about that, right? We're travelers, space truckers, the working class folk who keep the galaxy rolling. Well, turns out some of you have more of a history with the Imperium than perhaps you would like to admit. Your mission, you will find out soon enough. But cooler heads in the Empire have understood something important. You are the perfect people to carry out something special, or to blame it on if it all goes wrong. Still, as you keep your head straight, you might just get out of this alive. And who knows? Maybe these will be the best years of your life, rolling around with your buddies in the bomber. We cut to a beautiful skyline. Various stars and moons twinkling in the distance. A rimmed planet turning on its axis, close enough that you can see the rim and the specific rocky-like formations that the rim actually makes. But our story does not begin there. The camera turns down towards a rather austere-looking environment. This place is cold. You all can see that on the shuttle down towards the planet Keaonu and the prison known as Tarkwall Prison. There are various people around you. You are all looking a little bedraggled. Different stages of it, depending on how much resistance you put up against your arrest. None of you are quite aware of specifically why you were arrested. There was simply too much firepower. And let's face it, one or most of you probably have a reason or two that you could come up with that you might have gotten into this position. Can I start with asking everyone, please, to roll their luck before we do anything else? Now, as a reminder, what that means is it's a straight D6, and the luck changes every session. And I will make a note of it. So we'll go backwards this time. So, Jameson, what is your luck? 6. Perfect. Octavia? 1. Work. Atten? Or how do I pronounce the character's name, Stephen?
Yep.
Atten. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Got a 5.
5. Okay. Lyra?
A 2.
2. Okay. Marcus?
5.
5.
We're so lucky.
Okay. And Maybelline?
5 as well. We're very lucky tonight.
All right.
Yeah, the mighty 5.
So,
5.
with that in mind, I am going to roll randomly and ask what you guys look like, depending on the roll that I get. Actually, we'll get chat involved. Can I get an exclamation mark, roll, space, the number 6, first come, first served? Hello, Showdown. Someone who isn't in the cast, ideally. Someone in the audience. Exclamation mark, roll, space, the number 6. Excellent. A 2. Thank you very much. Marcus, we will start with you. Could you describe your character, what they look like, from a passing observance of them, and what they would be doing inside this prison shuttle headed for Tark Wall Prison?
Marcus is the definition of a brick shithouse. He looks like he's had a rough life. He's built tank, has his aviator sunglasses on that he refused the guards to take off, and you can tell they fought him over it because he's got a busted lip, a little bit of a black eye around there, and he has the remnants of his cigar that he was smoking that is now got looks like it's been shot off where it was burning, and he's just sitting there just rolling that around his mouth as he's clenching his hands in the cups. He's just like
Interesting. I like it. Okay. Why don't you do me a favor and roll a d6 yourself, Cam?
Cute.
Also, in case you haven't figured it out, chat, d6 is the only die. That's all we roll. So get used to that. 4. Thank you. 1, 2, 3,
Number
4.
4.
Interesting. Octavia, could you describe yourself, what you look like, and what you're doing?
I will describe myself. I am this kind of like ball of almost like rags. Like everyone looks disheveled, but I am on another level. I seem to have twigs in my hair. Yes. She is like quite curled up almost in a fetal position as much as possible. But if you look very closely, she's definitely like eyeing everything. She's got her eye on every little moving part, but she's just kind of a bundle of rags at the moment. She's got like this big hood up around it, so she kind of can't really see her face. But you can kind of also hear her like just muttering in the corner. You can hear bloody government, and I was freedom of speech, and why this wouldn't happen on this planet. And yes,
Amazing.
it's just like a little ball of grumbling mess.
Okay. So relatively twitchy, fair to say?
Yeah, I would say twitchy, and like very twitchy in the way that she's observing everything.
Gotcha. Okay. Marcus, you tell me, but relatively, I would say to a casual observer, you can put your own spin on it. This lady looks like she might be tweaking a little. Fair assumption?
Very much so.
Yeah, so...
And
It
And the
totally
way
looks like I am been doing fucking bad drugs for 20 years, and this is the first day I haven't had without a needle in my arm. I'm twitching bad.
Oh, fun times.
and
So, Marcus,
all-
you see that?
all she hears as I sort of nudge the person next to me, who is whoever the next dice roll is, I'll nudge and go, "The fuck's wrong with her?"
So you are on the only seat of... You are on a two-seater next to Octavia, but you can turn your head. Sure, that's fine.
I'll turn my head to the person over to me and be like, "The fuck's up with her?"
Totally. So you're turning your head directly to the
Why do I
left.
get
That is totally
crazy?
fine. Let's get another roll from chat. Can I get... Good point. Take that, atheists. Can I get another exclamation mark roll space the number 6, please, everybody? 4, thank you. 3, 4. Jameson. Now, keep in mind, if it comes up that, oh, I have a connection with you, I expect you to remember that your own selves. Jack does not. So, Marcus, you turn your head and you see... Nick, describe your character.
You see a tall, athletically built, long, sweeping brown hair with a well-maintained beard, just and a burn scar going down his neck under his collar. He just looks over to you and goes, "It's just your typical space trash."
Fucking Jesus Christ.
Don't make that person next to me. Though. I think I'm gonna sit there and control that.
Don't control it. You just let it burn out.
I'll burn you out, motherfucker.
Try me. Dare you.
Keep it down in there.
Fuck yourself.
Oh. So you are handcuffed to the dashboard of the thing. Can you roll a d6 for me, please, Jameson?
That's a 4.
4. Okay, so I'm going to assume, as you do that, that you are using your reaction to attempt to dodge. We'll keep that in mind. Doesn't matter. You get this guy wearing the this kind of black all-purpose gear with the visor over the top, comes over, grabs the butt of his rifle, and smacks you in the head. And you take 4 points of damage to your endurance.
Good damn.
So you start kind of drooling blood onto the leg of... Can I get another exclamation mark, roll space, the number 6 from chat, please?
A 5.
Another 5. Okay. That would mean... Aton, you are sitting next to Jameson, who just got smacked relatively hard in the head. And is drooling blood onto your leg.
God damn it. Just got these the way I like them. Smart asses. And you will see Adam is a older gentleman. He's got salt pepper grey hair, like a scruffy beard, short beard, kind of like a trench coat, you know, the old detectives kind of coat, a little done up neckerchief, and an eye patch going across one eye.
Excellent. So you see all of that, and in the background, let's have a look who's left. We've got Maybelline and Lyra, which would mean you two are sat together. I will roll to see who directly behind. You're sitting behind, conveniently, I guess. Lyra and Maybelline, you're sat behind Octavia. So, Octavia and Jay and Marcus, to be clear.
Excellent.
Incredible.
Okay.
So you witness all of this. You hear Lyra, I'm not sure what you want to call your relationship, but insert familial title here, get dunked on verbally, and then a guard mess up the guy that did it, somewhat karmic justice. And could you describe yourself, Lyra, if you don't mind, and what you would do in reaction to that?
No problem. Lyra is in her early 40s, but she looks a little bit older. She's got brown hair that is in a braid kind of down to her mid-back, very tightly done. She's got just kind of simple traveler's clothes, but over the top she's got like a white lab coat, white medical coat. She's got her kind of notable features are a scar down her right eye, as well as when she lifts her hands, you can see one of her arms, her left arm, is a bionic. She has no flesh left there.
Yes, actually, that's a good point. Do you want to just roll 2d6 for me while we're dealing with this? And this would be a deception, of which I don't know if you're trained or not. But...
I think I actually am, because...
Perfect.
Yeah. So
this is the first official roll of the game, chap.
Yeah.
And
Exciting.
Lyra is rolling to see if she could smuggle something in.
Yes. I got an 8 exactly.
Okay. You have 3 darts on your person. They are inside your bionic arm.
Cool.
Okay.
Beautiful.
And real quick, because eventually I'm just going to pass it off to you guys as you kind of reacting to each other. Maybelline, would you like to describe yourself and what you look like and how you would react to all of this?
So Maybelline is a mid-20s, think spoiled brat, socialite, spent a little bit too much time in art college. She's got the, very funky asymmetrical bob with the shaved hair. It's a pastel purple. She's got tattoos going up her arms, piercings going here, there, and everywhere. Except not the eyebrows. Apparently that's a little bit too gauche even for her. She's a spoiled little rich girl. But she's the kind of dress where you can tell like she's intentionally going for that, down and out, down on their luck art student kind of vibe, but the clothing is very expensive, but you can also tell she's just come from a party of some kind as well. So she's just kind of looking at Octavia in front of her, just kind of fascinated, being like, I'd just like to I'm sure we can get this into a much more aesthetically pleasing way. If you just would you like me to take the sticks out? I can make a better pattern for you, and it'll be great. It's very, very enthusiastic.
The moment you kind of touch those sticks, you kind of realize that it's kind of been part of her like hood, and you kind of pull her hood back and you're trying to pull the sticks out. It is sewn in. They are there. They are structural. Do not remove the sticks. So you
Just a bird's nest.
It's just gonna go. Oh, honey, I have a girl for that. Well, they're actually a they.
I love the hand motions because like you'd get about this far and then you'd have to stop, but you're doing your best.
Yeah, I'm doing my best. So
with the handcuffs.
I have a they girl for this. They're amazing. They'll do everything. They can fix that right up. I
No.
give you
So
their
you
details.
pull a hood off, and she's like completely bald and has like these black, like centipede, like tattoos that run down her head and down the back of her, and then she kind of like turns around and goes, "Thank you." And you see that she has like a third eye. Unsure if it's tattooed, unsure if it's scarred. It's this like weird looking kind of thing. It does not an actual third eye, but it definitely isn't like, you know, your normal texture of a tattoo or anything. There's kind of some 3D shaping elements there. And she's just kind of turns around and is like, I need those. If I do not have sticks, then
But wouldn't you
yes.
rather have pretty sticks? Like this one. And she pulls out the pretty stick in her hair.
I don't give a shit about pretty sticks. The stick isn't. It's structural. I don't need it to look pretty. You look at
Oh,
me
but-
and go, "Wow, she's pretty."
Striking is the word I would use for you. Very striking.
Oh, that's very nice of you. I don't know how to continue this conversation. I'm.
Maybelline is unfazed. She's like, look, I know people. You want, you know that the thing. You can get movable ones of those. It's totally a thing
What?
now.
Sorry.
While this is happening and this conversation is continuing, out of curiosity, Lyra's probably the closest in and amongst this. Is this like how's Lyra doing on
Yeah,
the
so-
inside? I guess.
So as Maybelline reached out, as this stranger to Lyra reached out to touch Octavia's hair, Lyra just like reached out to go like, oh darn, and realized she had handcuffs on. But as she's watching this interaction go down, she'd kind of just nudge Maybelline a little and just whisper, maybe in a quieter pause, I've tried this before. It's not worth it. I've found. She's eccentric, and I wouldn't pull her hood back any more than you need to. Just as a word of warning, you know, do whatever you want.
Oh, eccentric is fine. Eccentric is like part of the vibe. It's all good.
Yes. Look, it's lovely to meet you. I notice you've got, and I immediately kind of turn away from Maybelline. Would I be near Jameson at all? Was I near?
The grid is kind of 4-4 like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep. Can I like just turn to Jameson real fast and go, is your head all right? I noticed you got a bit of a cut.
Nothing. Honestly, these rare schlunk cowards, they can't hit for shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, you did deserve it, but yeah.
Well, if you can't make it properly, you join the guard. That's what they say.
Well, some say it. I found are pretty damn stupid, but you know, some say it.
Not something against authority.
Something against cowards.
Fair enough.
I take back what I said before. I think I like you.
It's been out, blood. I'm going to like it too.
You really don't look that good. That's coming from your head. You shouldn't be spitting that onto the. You have blood in your mouth?
You don't?
Okay. So Octavia,
Whether you were space punch.
Oh.
I'm surrounded by stupid.
I think Maybelline finally stops her fascination with Octavia's hair and then just sort of turns and does she recognize Jameson?
How different do you think you'd be looking?
Probably
Jameson?
not that different.
Jamison's not that different. You met him his first year as a newly commissioned officer. I don't think it's changed. He's got a beard now.
Okay, so this is probably worth explaining. So when you say you met in the first year, that was technically your first term, correct? Would you guys like to explain what is happening? I should?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you do it, Jack.
Nice
Okay.
passing
So
of the buck.
Oh, it's my talent.
no, in your perspective, what do you think is happening? Like how what are you referring to?
Is that directed at me or is that directed at...
For the both of you. Mechanically speaking, what are you referencing?
So, mechanically speaking, well, in terms of my case, because I think that Maybelline has been so obsessed with what is going on with Octavia and just be like, we can make this better.
Yeah, and then you recognize Jameson, who you have a connection
voice.
with, right?
Yes. And I
So
think
do you want to
probably
explain
their
that
voice
part
voice.
is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I think she, in terms of like the connection, do you want the backstory itself or...
Yeah. So
Okay.
so chat has no idea what we're talking about when we're like, these guys know each other. Some of them actually know each other. Maybelline has recognized Jameson. How so? What mechanic are we talking about?
So this is part of both Jameson and Maybelline's history. Maybelline being the spoiled little rich kid she is, her parents are, firmly entrenched in the bureaucracy of the spaceport. So she's a little rich girl who gets to go around to lots of different places. And at one point, poor Jameson, the poor bastard, had to babysit her. And
Which was term 1 for both of you?
would have been term 1 for him. I would say it was not yet term 1 for Maybelline because I think she would have been a little bit younger at that point.
Well, it would have been term 1 because mechanically speaking is what I'm referring to.
Mechanically speaking. Okay, well then I take that back. Term
Yeah,
1.
so anywhere from you could be different ages, keep in mind.
Yeah.
But you met in term 1. Now, what we mean by term 1, just so everyone understands, and occasionally that might happen as well. I'll go like, okay, let's explain this thing because most people have probably never seen Traveler before. The character creation is amazing because you don't do it like any other character ever in any TTRPG. You start out with a plan, maybe, then life happens. Maybe it's kind, maybe it kicks you in the nuts. Ask Karen. So
I wanted to be.
She wanted to be a pirate. Yep,
Yeah,
became a cop. Karen didn't like that. Karen didn't like that. Yeah.
Oh no.
They'll be back.
More
So-
freeze frame.
No, you're fine. So with that in mind, when you go through life, every 4 years is one term. So when we say first term, we mean that Maybelline and Jameson met each other around the age of 18 to 22. So with that in mind, we go back to the story. Maybelline, you absolutely recognize Jameson, and it sounds like Maybelline, you're doing the same shit you were doing when you were 18. Which I'm not going to comment on that, but sounds accurate.
Maybelline / Van Wilder.
Yeah, Maybelline legally distinct for reasons. Maybelline's just gonna shout out, "Halt!" and then just like reach her hands up, which are I assume are tied together. And be like,
A little bit.
Cheers.
Hey, Belle, is that you?
Yes. Oh my god. How you and like she's trying to climb over the seat because she's real excited now.
You want to make requests like on an airplane? Can we swap?
Yeah, she's actually gonna try and get out and do that. She's like, I just want to.
You know what? Perfect character. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, your character is so delulu that they're like, yeah, this'll be fine. I'm en route to prison. They'll swap seats.
I've been able to swap seats all my life. This is fine.
Quite
Amazing.
an economy.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say, Aton, you can take this however you will, but given that the same person that might be part of this rotation, which would be you, right, with Maybelline, that same person in connection just got the shit smacked out of them. I imagine there's a little bit of trepidation. Up to you, but possibly, maybe. How's he feeling?
I'm normally the one putting the people in.
Yeah, this is a weird feeling for you. Yep.
And really hoping that Octavia doesn't recognize me.
We'll get to that.
I'm just eyeing them around. I'm like, I'm just
maybe not yet.
profiling
Yeah, because he's on the far left, probably able to like shrink behind Colt. He's rather large.
Yeah, and I'm just
But-
profiling. I'm like,
Right.
that's a drug dealer.
Eh.
That's definitely a goon, and she definitely buys drugs off that drug dealer. like,
Maybelline, while Atten is profiling you and possibly mentally go through the database of like weight and heights, like having the height chart in his head based on you setting, do you have Persuade as a skill?
Ooh, let me double check. I do. I have a 1 in Persuade.
Okay, this is interesting. I'm gonna say this is probably difficulty 10.
Okay, cool.
But
how many dice do I need to roll, please?
So it's always 2d6 unless something else
okay,
happens. But
Yeah.
you're
12,
gonna
12.
2d6 plus your, what would it be?
Plus Persuade, plus...
I mean, is your social any good? Your social standing?
Would it be advocate?
I do have Advocate.
Advocate
But I thought that
is
was more
a...
for diplomacy and things like that.
Yeah, Persuade is what they're doing in this context.
Social.
Is your social, SOC, any good? Any modifiers for that?
There it is. I do not have. I've just got a 0 in social. For
A 0,
modifier.
okay.
Yeah.
Then you could use intellects if it's
so
better.
for intellect. No.
All right.
She's
So
not the
I
most
would go
confident
with
person.
social then, because it's more like you're leaning on, do you know who my father is? Kind of vibes.
Yep. That's what she's done her whole life.
Here for
Okay.
it.
So I'm gonna roll and hope for the best. That is, so I rolled an 8, and then it would be plus the persuade, so that makes it 9. And because I've got a 0 in for the modifiers for the social and the intellect, I wouldn't add anything else.
Yes, but you can spend a luck point to take it over the top.
You know what? Yes, because she would be used to getting her way.
Right. So the answer, like I want to be clear. You've succeeded, just not quite in the way that you might not necessarily want.
Fine.
You do not get hit too. Your request is not accepted, but you like the same guy who looks excited to do violence once again just goes like puts a hand on the other guy's shoulder, and I would say, does anyone have? Actually, if you look at your character sheet, is there anything that you would assume is the equivalent of perception or anything like that? I don't think listen is a thing. So.
Maybe recon?
Recon? Yeah? Yeah, let's go with recon for now. Does anyone have recon or would like to roll recon? Because remember... Oh, by the way, Maybelline, you passed. So mark that as a skill that you can improve if you so choose at the end of the session.
And would that be for the persuade or for the like social?
Everyone's background, especially Lyra's washing machine.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, true. What's the question?
No, that's right. I think I just answered my own question because I was like,
Just the skill, not the
yeah,
nothing
just
to
not
yeah.
the characteristics. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And to be,
Write that
we'll
down.
talk about what that looks like at the end of the session, and we'll do that.
Awesome.
So, yes, does anyone have, well, I'll tell you what, anyone who wants to can roll recon, because there's no downside in this context. And if you succeed, which is difficulty 8, then you can potentially train up in it.
I rolled an 11.
Okay, so mark it.
Rolled a 10.
Yeah, so I will explain the mechanics while people are doing this stuff. So the basic idea in Traveller is that traditional Traveller, Mongo 2nd edition, the rules for leveling up are quite restrictive, and I wasn't a big fan. So these are house rules that I put on top where at the beginning of a set of 3 sessions, so first session they need to get a 5 to a 6 but it has to be a skill they've succeeded in this session, or a 3 to a 4, or a 1 to a 2. 5 and a 6, or a 3, 4, 5, 6, or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Basically, if you get to the 3rd session and you haven't leveled anything up yet, you can improve one thing by 1. That's the house rules then. So who passed?
Specifically, for that
Yes.
recon, what's the other characteristic we're adding to it?
Oh, good point. I believe the brain ones are intellect, education, social, correct? Those are the options?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to go with intellect in this context then.
God fucking damn it. Alright.
Yeah, education with listening doesn't quite make sense to me, unfortunately.
Nine skill, but like, god damn it, -1
Yeah.
dummy over here. Fuck.
Yeah. You can improve it with stuff when you get out of it.
Ah, I
So,
love it.
yeah, modifications. So, who passed? Atten did, Octavia did, Jameson did, perfect. Marcus did. That's cool. Lyra? No?
Nope.
Maybelline?
Even with a +2.
Sorry, I didn't have recon, so I didn't roll. Let me roll.
No,
real quick.
yeah, it's a -3. But you
That's a
might as well give it a
-3.
go.
Okay.
Intellect recon.
Nah. That was
Okay,
a -3. That would make it a 4.
Ironically, the one person that could probably understand, benefit from hearing this does not. But what is your surname, Maybelline?
Prescott.
Prescott. So you hear Prescott, no. And he goes, you can't see their faces, so this is very stormtrooper acting that you're seeing. They're looking, So, yeah, exactly. They're like, I am afraid. So,
Maybelline's just gonna wave.
So, yeah, I think you could probably read between the lines, but you don't specifically know why they held off as such. It's more just that they did. For those of you who passed, yeah, there's a click where you're like, oh, this might be an important person to be an ally with, possibly.
Fucking
Yep.
Nepo babies.
Hell yeah.
I mean, what the hell they're doing in prison in the first place, TBD. But
What good Nepo babies do.
really,
Or bad Nepo babies.
generally they avoid prison. Bad Nepo babies, I'll agree with. Yeah,
I was like, take your pick. Could be
Listen, either way.
yeah, yeah,
Got the
yeah.
Paris Hilton of space.
Yeah, 100%. Now you
No.
understand what I was
Paris
going
Hilton's
for.
a good egg. I don't think that's Right, not that Maybelline
They're
isn't,
playing a
but
character.
what's an
Oh,
incompetent?
God, Parrot Hill.
I can't think of an incompetent Nepo babe. We're gonna have to come back to that. But someone who basically, you know who I think of, honestly? Ben Fordham, which is such an Australian reference, no one's going to get it, but he's like a Sky News presenter, and it's only because he was so bad at a job that he could have been good at, which is he wanted to be a sports commentator, right? And his daddy was like really in at Channel 9, and he still couldn't get it because he sucked. So now he's presenting in Sky News. So, yeah,
Most of
anyway.
the Murdoch children.
Yeah, good.
Out there too.
Yep, 100%. Anyway, completely irrelevant.
maybe
So
she
you
will
hear the
put a
words.
video out there.
Kardashian children, all that.
Oh yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, a lot of the Kardashians. So you
I was
hear the
gonna say,
word
like Paris
Prescott,
Hilton,
some of
maybe
you.
She's got a video out there. It's called Maybe It's Maybelline.
A bit.
Or like,
You hear the word Prescott, some of you, and you are aware of that. But yes, you can, you got the impression that that could have gone poorly, Maybelline, but thankfully they seem to have recognized you. Aton, give me just an intellect check out of all of, and Lyra too, now that I'm thinking about it.
just a straight intellect, nothing else.
Yeah, just straight intellect. This is just to see if you're picking up what maybe be being put down. I know how to talk.
I got an 11.
Perfect. Atom.
Sorry, what?
Intellect.
Intellect. Well, I get it. Where's my intellect? I got +1 and I rolled a 4.
Okay, so you are a little lost at sea as to why this person's in prison, but is clearly being given maybe not special treatment, but certainly different treatment. What's the connection there? Like, why, if they're so special, why are they headed for the same place you are? But Lyra, you heard interestingly, you didn't hear the name, so you're kind of working overtime here to kind of like figure this out. But yeah, there's something interesting in the way that everyone's been having these conversations like it's a flight, and no one seems to be either very surprised or or taking it very seriously, the place that you're headed to, which you would be aware of, by the way. This place is not good. It's called the Prison Planet, colloquially. The quotation mark and another one. Prison Planet. Yes, correct. So it's not a great place to be. Space Australia, yeah. But Space Siberia is probably more accurate. So
Yes.
yeah, anyway, you have all of that information and you can do with that what you will. Jameson, you probably instinctually understood that Maybelline came down close to getting smacked in the head themselves.
Can I pat Octavia on the shoulder just real fast and lean in as far as I can?
You can try. Give me a deception roll, and I'm going to say dexterity based.
A dexterity based deception roll.
So deception often it's not as clear cut as D&D. It can mean sleight of hand stuff as well as carrying your voice, etc.
Yep.
You know.
So I got a 3.
A 3. Okay, all right. So continue as if you're being subtle.
Incredible. Yeah.
Yep.
Octavia, do we know this one? And I kind of jerk my head towards Maybelline. Have you researched anything? Do you know who they are at all?
From what I can tell, I don't really know of her, but I'm pretty sure. Well, she's getting special treatment for sure. She didn't get knocked out. I'm pretty sure that if I did that, I'd get knocked out.
Yeah. Well, from Old Maid over here, it seems though anyone who raises their voice gets, a bit of a slap down. And
You heard her last name, right?
No.
Maybe
What
you
was
know her. Prescott?
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 Prescott. I'm gonna go with your first
Prescott.
answer because you're usually right on the first time.
The plot.
The plot. Okay. So,
Yes, lost the plot.
Well, Prescott. Jack, would I know that name at all, or not really?
Give me an education check.
9.
Okay. I'm not well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I think you would. How relevant it is to you, or whether it's like, I guess we'll find out. So, Maybelline, what do your parents do? Because depending on what they do, it's either a question of, is this relevant to Lyra's work, or is this the equivalent of Lyra reading Hello Magazine in her off time, which is both fine for the record. Space Hello Magazine, I'm sorry.
Clinic waiting room.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a very, very good chance it is much more of the Space Hello magazine.
I had a feeling, yeah.
Yeah. So technically, yes, they are bureaucrats, but they're the kind of rich where mostly what they do is philanthropy works, aka probably laundering their own money. So they will sponsor, you know, cultural festivals and art events, and you know, things which are going to get them in the papers and prestige and things like that. You know, think sort of Met Gala level is sort of the idea in terms of wealth.
That's pretty good.
I
Yeah.
pop alarm in my head's just going.
It's like,
So, I'm going to
Don't
repeat back
care
the
how-
sentence, though. Did you basically say they're rich because they're rich? Is that the impression
they
that I
are
got?
rich because they are rich.
Oh, okay, right. They didn't do anything. They just
No,
rich.
God, no.
Okay.
Some ancestor way back when. And
Family
keeping
shit.
hold of
Yeah,
the money.
okay.
Yeah,
Right.
no.
I hit oil in space, Texas.
yeah, basically.
It's a thing. Yeah. Yeah. Hydrogen is the name of the game. So we can say that that's probably the most lucrative thing that you could possibly mine if possible.
Delightful.
It's what spaceships use for fuel. Continue.
So I'm leaning into Octavia and say, Prescott, it rings a bell, but not a loud one. Some rich
Nice.
folk, rich because they're rich, they don't seem to be doing much.
He gives those vibes.
Yeah, and I kind of just like, I think maybe just like Brady Bunch look over to Maybelline.
Don't look, she's behind you. What?
Literally handcuffed at the ankle.
Yeah, the second Octavia turns around, she's going to go, Maybelline Vapors Prescott, lovely to meet you.
Octavia. That's all you're getting. You were given. They didn't beat you. Who are you? What are you doing
I'm a
here?
Prescott. We don't get beaten.
Who?
We have people to do that for us.
I turned to Lyra and I'm like, you're right. She's one of those ones.
Yeah, I figured it might be. She doesn't seem to have a lot of wealth on her now, other than her clothes, though. And I assume like yeah, well, yeah. How are you doing, by the way? You were I know you don't like to be uncloaked very often.
It's fine. I to jail. You're gonna take
yeah.
off anyway, right?
Yeah, we have bigger things to worry about. You're right. You're right. I kind of look around. Can I look around? Like, how much can I see of this place? I know I'm at the back.
Yeah, you're in a shuttle. So as you look around, there are two other prisoners that are in transit with you. One would probably catch your attention first, in that they are not human. You can see that at the very front and being very closely watched by the guards, you can see a grey furred individual with two pointy ears. He reaches his hand back slightly. He seems to be a bit more ambidextrous than you can be, and you can see wolf-like paws kind of come up and scratch the back of his neck. He turns, and you can see what you would all recognize as a Varga. For the audience, wolf people, dog people. Think a dog.
Furries.
There's probably a dog person, and
accurate.
it's a Varga. That's what they are. As he turns his head, you can see that he has been muzzled, which makes sense to some degree. You are not armed. He has weapons in his mouth, rather nasty ones. He seems to be very deliberately kind of looking down away from the guards. And his decor is interesting. It gives this sort of... I mean, I'll say it straight up. He looks like he probably has raided a ship or two. There is a way that Varga tend to... They're very fashion forward. as a species, and they tend to have symbols in their fur kind of shaved in, kind of like how humans do, but like they can kind of do it anywhere. And you can see a skull has been shaved into the fur right nearby where their ear is and the like. And the yellow eye briefly doesn't quite look you in the eye, perhaps on purpose, but it does seem to note you in the same way you're noting him. The other gentleman is making pretty much direct eye contact with you because you guys are the show. And he is looking over at you. He would be a little bit closer. And as you make eye contact with him, this kind of blonde, kind of short-ish haircut, short sides, rather sharp-looking features, and obscenely white teeth. He seems to be... He's dressed in such a... He's got this kind of dark, kind of glossy shirt on him, and he goes like this, and a card comes up. And it's the Ace of Hearts, and he puts it back down like it was never there, and he just goes... Other than that, you see the guards, and you can feel your ears starting to do the atmospheric pop of getting closer to Planet Break.
Incredible. I'd like to pretend as if I didn't notice the Ace of Hearts to not give him that satisfaction.
Sure.
Can I potentially see Marcus from here? Would I be able to see him?
You were... Who are you sitting next to again?
Maybelline.
Maybelline. And then I think Marcus is sitting directly... Yeah, so you can see him as you're sort of leaning forward and the like, yep.
Oh, lovely. Could I just, again, try and whisper out, not very obviously, but also very obviously, to Marcus?
Yep.
Marcus, is that you?
You're muted, Cam, I think.
If I had it on or off. He's laying like this with the cuffs, and you see him just move a bit, and he just pokes his head over and goes, "Oh, g'day, kids! Haven't seen you in ages."
It's good to see you. Keep your voice down, or you will get clawbirds. I wouldn't want that for you.
It's all right. It's all right. I'm just more annoyed they knocked the cigar out.
Yeah, you don't like to be without those, eh? What are you doing here?
I have my inklings with Logan, as you know, but
Right.
that's the only reason I think I'm here.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
Lyra,
Mm.
you catch that word. It's the same thought you've had in your head, exchanging glances with Octavia. The sentence was, that's the reason I think.
Yeah. So no one's particularly, I'm picking up that no one's particularly sure why they're here?
Well, certainly Marcus isn't, and, you know, you know him relatively well. How did you two meet? Tell the audience.
We were formerly job buddies and then drinking buddies. I think that was our connection.
I worked for an organization that from the front of it seemed like it was legit, but it was basically a crime syndicate, and I was the muscle. I ended up becoming the right hand of the head of the family and was asked to look after Lyra. And she taught me a few things about her little sciencey thing, so I took her out for a night in the town and got her pissed and stoned and all sorts of other things.
Incredible. The audience.
And as a result, you got a skill in carouse, I believe, Lyra? Yep.
Yes,
And Marcus, you got a skill in...
I got a skill in I think I chose. Yeah, I chose
Probably something.
engineering because I needed that.
Oh, cool. Excellent. Well, in that case, yeah. So, as for the rest of this motley crew that you are nearby, TBD, you're not entirely sure. However, one thing that you can be relatively certain about Marcus is that he knows what he is, and if he knew what he would be arrested, it's probably not even Marcus's. Let's be honest, not even Marcus's first stint in prison. I think it would be fair to say it possibly can. Yeah, not huge stints, but yeah.
I was always out on bail. No one knows how, but I was always bail.
Exactly. But yeah, there's definitely a pattern starting to form. It happened to Octavia, it happened to you, and now Marcus doesn't seem to know either. So, what the hell is going on?
Can I just address the group at large? If that's possible.
Yes. I mean, I'm not going to say you can't.
That's fair.
You've already pushed your luck significantly. What's one more?
Yeah. Does anyone actually know why they're here? You all seem such various backgrounds, and I'm kind of surprised to see some of you, you know, as well dressed as you are, gesturing to Maybelline, actually why you're here, and I assume going to prison.
Well, I'm pretty sure mine's just a misunderstanding because, yeah, Mummy and Daddy all sorted out. It's fine, but I may have gone a little bit too far with my latest art installation and insulting the station conductor and made an unflattering reference about his mother and certain activities. But I'm sure it's fine. It'll get blown over. It'll be fine.
Marcus, do you think that if I'm understanding the character, do you think he would have heard about this out of curiosity? Because I feel like that's like right up his alley.
Oh yeah, he would have heard of this and gone, that is one hell of a party I would have wanted to be at. He probably read about it in the paper or something and just went, God damn it.
It's on all the news. That's all Maybelline cares about.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus just was more pissed off he wasn't there.
You missed such a good party, everyone. It was. I just had to put those last finishing touches on, and then I just wasn't quite quick enough to get out. You know, but yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Mummy and Daddy will sort it. It's fine.
That's like the #1 rule. If you're gonna fuck with something, make sure you have your exits planned.
I did. I was a little drunk, and then I got distracted, and then I'm pretty sure there was.
Okay, that's rule #2. Don't get drunk.
Where's the fun
Way
in that?
to do it. Yeah, see?
The fun is destroying. Oh my god, you guys have no idea how to cause chaos. Okay, the fun is destroying things.
Sometimes, yes. It's very therapeutic.
Yeah. So
Also
that way, if you
drinking
don't
is a
drink
lot of
and get drunk, we'll get caught. Right?
Octavia,
I
notice
say that as I've been
we're
caught, so don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
we got caught. We're not. Octavia, did you drink before this?
No! I am 3 hours sober.
I smell Octavia's breath.
Yeah, I think everyone can. Against their will.
I see.
Maybelline will just lean forward, take a delicate sniff, and go.
Seems about right. 3 hours.
Actually, Maybelline, you'd probably be able to know what drink is on her breath. It's a colloquial brand known as paint thinner. Like turpentine, but not quite as smooth.
Shit.
But slightly better than she was expecting, but not by
It's
much.
not quite as smooth as turpentine, but you know.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
It's cheap. I use it to
Midway
get
to
drunk. I use it to make fun.
I'm gonna
Real
chirp
good
up
at
to the
cleaning.
guard, and I'm just like, "Were you going to prison or to an asylum?"
I think that's a perfect place to say, as you are asking that, you hear that of the jets coming down and touching down onto the planet. It is a relatively quick turn around as you land on this austere planet. The cold immediately hits you as you are taken in a line, handcuffed one by one. I will say that, Maybelline, you are up the front with the Varga, who has been very specifically positioned. As you get close to him and the reassignment begins to happen, he looks directly at you as you are in close proximity, and he just... It's much more impressive if you imagine a wolf doing it, but this kind of bared fangs situation. There is no sound coming from his neck, no growling, none whatsoever, but he is making direct eye contact with you through the Hannibal Lecter mask with extra space that he is being snapped into, and he's put into position. Is like, move, Varga! And
Wagon, or is it tucked?
is the tail wagging?
Your
That's a
button.
fair question. It's a fair question. I wouldn't say it's either. If anything, it's bristled. So with that in mind, you begin making your way in line. As you are led away, you are assaulted with the terrifying shouts as you come closer towards the building that's going to take up a certain period of your life. You hear shouts, insults, and threats of the prison population. Behind a chain fence to your right, you can hear the chain fence being rattled as loud as it can. Marcus, and everyone except Marcus can make a morale test for me.
Atten is going to be trying to make himself as small and unassuming as possible as well.
Because these prisoners are definitely trying to intimidate you. Marcus has been in jail before. This is not his first rodeo.
I'd probably put people here.
They're like, Jack, remind me what's well from
Karen, well, you need to get so your morale is whatever you rolled during the session 0. That's your modifier, and then it's 2d6, and we'll say it's whatever your morale is, which is the modifier, and that's your skill, I guess. So we'll call it intellect in context.
Lovely.
2d6 plus morale plus intellect.
I got a 10.
10?
Yes.
9? Okay.
In for Jameson.
What was that? Sorry, you cut out.
10 for Jameson as well.
All right. Evelyn?
I have a -3 on for my modifier for morale, so I got a 4.
Okay, makes sense. Okay, so as you are doing this, I'm going to roll to see who's behind you. And it is Jameson. Jameson, you clock. Maybelline, would you like to describe the failed morale test, please? As you hear, 2 seconds, and I'll describe kind of the vibe that we're going for here. Here, fishy, fishy! No boys, ripe for slaughter! For you have reaped what you have sown. The tall one's mine. You'll never leave here alive.
Sorry. So my sound cut out for a little bit there at the end.
Yeah, same.
Oh,
Okay,
really?
not just me. Good.
Okay, so you guys didn't actually hear what I said.
I heard.
I heard like the first part. The
Okay.
last bit just cut out a little bit.
All right, that's fine.
I'm going to lean towards.
No, specifically Jameson and Maybelline for now, because
Yeah.
Jameson is the closest. I will get to you. I promise, Stephen.
Okay.
So Maybelline, describe what you are doing in reaction.
I think Maybelline is going to shrink back slightly towards Jameson as the familiar. She's starting to get this dawning realization that while she's still very, very short, she's telling herself, yes, mummy and daddy are coming. It's fine. Everything is fine. but it's starting to dawn on her that they're not being as quick as they would normally. So this might be one of those responsibility lessons that they keep talking about but never actually doing. And she's starting to get a little bit worried.
Okay, Jameson, what do you do?
Just leaning in to just as she's sort of shrinking down, just leaning forward slightly. Jameson just kind of goes, "Remember what I taught you? Sing. Solar plexus, instep, nose, groin."
Oh, and twist them off. Yeah, okay. I can do that. I've done that. I've done that since we last saw each other. I got this.
The one.
I don't have my stubby keys, though. I can improvise. It's fine. I got this.
As that is occurring, Stephen, did you want to add anything to that scene, or are you good?
I was gonna lean towards Jameson and be like,
All right, sure.
"Soldier boy, I know about you, but soldiers and cops don't really survive long in places like this. I got your back, you got mine."
You help me protect Maybell, I'll go to bat for you.
Yep. I might have put a couple people here.
Okay. The guards push you forward and assemble you into a ragged line. Your backs to the baying mob. Shut up! Instantly silences the prisoners. And you see a small, old, bald, portly man wearing a fine suit. He carries a cane, but it is decorative. His hands look like he's worked a lot throughout his life. He walks with a slight waddle, and he is surrounded by the guards. "My name is Warden Grice. You will address me as Warden or Sir. You will address the guards as Guard or Sir. You have been sent to Tarkwall for your crimes against Imperial society. You will be given a chance to atone for those crimes, and you should be grateful for that chance. As you spend your days, months, and years here, remember this. You have no rights. None. You do not even have a name anymore. Just a number. Will not use your name. Only your number. The only way you will leave this place and get your names back is by working hard and staying out of trouble. If you can do that, then maybe you will be returned to honest society." Lyra, you see, this is actually fortunate because I rolled to make it work. The gentleman that showed you the Ace of Hearts, he turns to you and he says in what he thinks is a soft voice, "I've seen Regina Hogs thinner than him. Sorry, I've seen Regina Hogs, because I know that's the planet. I've seen Regina Hogs thinner than him." And in an instant, "Guards, attend to that filth!" And one of the guards strides past you down the line, and out of the corner of your eye, you see him ram his club into the prisoner's stomach. Before the man hits the ground, another two guards drag him back to his feet. "Take him to the danger zone," shouts the warden. "Anyone else got something to say?"
Maybelline's going to put her hand up and be like, I think this might be a mistake.
Oh,
I don't
Maybelline.
think I'm supposed to be here.
Oh, Maybelline. Oh, Maybelline.
Immediately.
Oh, you're in character. I can't fault you.
Because the player loves consequences. That's all I'm going to
Yeah,
remind myself
yeah,
about.
yeah. Okay, well, I don't think there's a roll, buddy. I don't think you can talk your way out of this one.
No, I think she's
Okay.
going to ask Smackdown, but it is absolutely.
Is there a way I could have like intercepted that from happening?
Like just.
No.
Because I've got a daughter around her age, and I'll just be like, "Shut the fuck up."
You know what? I'm actually okay. All right. Well, hang on. Let's do this properly. We need to establish who's where. So you are behind Jameson. I'm going to roll to see if you're even close enough. So you need to. Maybelline has not been established where she. No. Yeah.
She's in
No.
front
You're.
of Jameson.
Yeah. So you're one behind. Yeah. You can try. Give me an athletics check. Dex.
Dex. Oh, I rolled off the floor. 6 plus 2, 0 modifier. A 4. 8. Just a straight 8. I got no modifier.
Okay. So this, technically speaking, is what you would be doing. Yeah, okay, so the only way I can see this working is you hear this beginning to happen, and you, because you're all connected to each other, you physically pull everyone down slightly so that they start stumbling around. Okay? With that in mind, what we're going to do is we're going to make this a task chain if anyone wants to add to this. Okay? So you've passed. This is a situation where now you're all possibly in trouble unless you fix this really freaking quickly. Okay,
Just before
so
Maybelline gets to the point of, do you know who my parents are? They are these people.
Yep. So I'll tell you
see
what.
your hands
Give me
going up
everyone.
the
Give me a
station.
dexterity roll, or intellect, and you can tell me what skill you want to do to try and make this not as fucky wucky as it is possibly going to get.
Sorry, who was that one for?
Everybody. Everybody.
Okay, great.
So if this is a task, does that mean that the final one I'm pointed at it to it, right?
What's the question?
The task chain. So me passing my thing
Means that there's no bonus, but there's no negative modifier either.
Yeah.
As far as I know, but people can look up the core rules if I'm wrong. Okay, so Maybelline, what was your initiative, please?
So I rolled a 6, and I was going to use my dex to give me an extra +1, so 7.
7, okay. Marcus?
I got 9.
9, okay. Lyra?
9 for intellect.
Atten?
I rolled an 8. Or am I rolling again?
Dexterity initiative order.
Oh, sorry.
Octavia?
I rolled an 11.
Octavia? Sorry, one more time.
13.
God damn.
You're very quiet and also delayed, but okay, 13, okay. Might have to turn you up. Okay, and Jameson?
Everything 13 as well.
13. All right. Jameson and Octavia. So, Jameson, what is your dexterity mod? Octavia, what's yours?
My mod is +1.
Same.
Okay. All right, so I will roll to see who goes first. Actually, you know what? You guys can pick. Who wants to go first?
Sort of, as everyone's sort of stumbling down, I'm going to go first.
Go for it.
Yeah, I think you're
Is
also
everyone-
closest to Maybelline's.
Yeah.
Yep. That is true.
It's sort of everyone just sort of, it's Maybelline's just caught off guard. I'm just going to grab the other part of Maybelline's chain and just spin and try and put it between Atten and I.
What is the intent?
Shielding whatever comes through.
Okay, so I will say, Aton, I think, is trying to I mean,
Just
I could be
funny.
wrong about this, but basically just trying to pass it off as an accident. But you're trying to shield her. So I will say shielding is free, but if you're trying to make it look subtle, then give me a deception check, Dex.
In total.
10.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. So the task chain continues. I think at 10. Does anyone have task chains up at the moment that they might be able to tell me? Question mark. Yep.
Find it.
It's okay. In the meantime, Octavia, what would you like to do? And we'll worry if there's a modifier later.
Octavia seeing this and is like, well, I think we need a distraction from this. I'm gonna clutch my heart and be like, I think I'm dying! I can't feel my left arm! My heart!
This has gone completely the opposite of the way I wanted it to go. I
Unfortunately,
was
you're
stopping
one behind someone, so there's no way you could have done it and not made it look very obvious as to what you were doing. This is the best you can do. So, Octavia, it is, yes. So, what would you like to roll? What skill? Seems like a deception to me, but I'll accept.
Yes. I have a 1 in deception. We shall go with deception.
All right. So, let's go with deception. I'll accept education if it's better because Lyra might have taught you about stuff in this respect.
I am
This is
very
where my heart
educated,
is.
not very
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I'm clutching the wrong side of my chest.
Yeah, yeah.
Hilarious. Okay. Plus, sorry. 1. Yep, great. All right. So I got a 10 total.
10. Okay, perfect. Any extra modifiers?
Remember,
Sorry.
left-hand side. No, that's it.
Any extra modifiers, Stephen?
So succeed with an effect of 0 is a +1. A succeed with a +1 to 5 is a +2, and a seed
Okay.
of 6 or more is a +3.
Okay, so we got
To the current
10 plus 2, which is 12, which means that now it's a 12, which is an effect of +2 on the thing. So repeat one more time, because Karen got a 12 with all said and done.
So if you succeed the effect by 6 or more, the next check, the check we're going for, has a +3.
Okay, so it's a plus, but she didn't, so she got a 12.
+2. Yeah.
The +2. Okay, so it's another +2 down the line. Okay, fine. So that means it is Aton's turn again. I'm going to say that was your turn previously. So we'll come back around if we need to. We'll see what happens. But you spent your turn doing that. Is that fine? Or did you want to do something else? Stephen?
Sorry? I'm reading book thing. What was the question?
I'm going to potentially move past you because I think that was your turn doing
yeah,
what you
yeah,
did
yeah.
previously out of initiative order, and then we'll come back around if we need to. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, so Lyra, it is your turn. Unless, yeah, Lyra and Marcus, you have the same initiative, so whoever wants to go first.
I'm happy to go first unless you have anything specific to do.
I was going to try and persuade the warden to have mercy. That was basically what I was planning to do. Because I'm the only one that.
To not talk.
Okay, so maybe Lyra should go
Typically my
first.
thing.
Yeah.
I can, yeah. Lyra's gonna immediately drop to her knees, potentially in front of Octavia, and just go, "Oh my god, she's having a heart attack! Someone help her! She's dying!" I'm gonna try and do all the movements as if I would fix someone with a heart attack potentially, as I am a doctor. And I'm looking around at the guards, and specifically, I'd like to make eye contact with the warden and see if I can freak him out a bit.
Okay. Well, it sounds like a deception again, unless you would like to try something else, because you've got a lot of medical mumbo jumbo. You could overwhelm them with Latin words.
I
Yes.
Do any of the guards like, or does anyone else start to kind of come over a little bit?
No. If anything, in fact, it's actually very important that you pass this
Yeah.
because you really pushed your luck in the ship, and they're looking for an excuse.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Can I start to like, even though no one's coming over, or even like to the people around me who are chained up, can I just be like, you like proper head up and you, and like I start doing like, as you say, like the Latin shit of like the arteries and fucking.
Okay, so it's an education. What skill do you want to use with it?
I would love to use medic if I can. Does that work?
Yeah. You're literally using your skills as a medic to, blah blah blah. That is fine. The difficulty is 10. But you have a +2 to it in addition, so.
Education or intellect?
Education.
Education, okay. And no more modifiers, just education, medic?
Education, medic, and a +2 from the task chain.
Oh, that's right, thank you. And a DC of 10. Ooh, that'll be a 12.
With that, I think what happens is, okay.
Jack's trying to figure out how to not to party wipe us right now.
No, you've successfully convinced of blah, blah, blah. The issue is how much do they give a shit. So what I'm going to say under the circumstances here is, Lyra,
yes,
you have a choice to make. Someone is going to get punished for this.
Alright.
The question is, do you want it to be you because you pushed your luck? Or do you want it to be Octavia because she rolled a 1 on luck today?
I think Lyra would probably be quite protective of Octavia, and if some like if a guard deliberately coming over to like knock her out, I would probably stand up, and if she's still pretending to have a heart attack, it's mean to punch someone with a heart attack. So like she'd probably stand up.
Okay.
Lyra will take it.
All right, so I am gonna say you can absolutely do that, and it'll be a short game if there's a TPK. You are not wrong, Idiots 3. So what we're gonna say is, I think this automatically hits.
Yep.
You take 5 points of damage to your endurance.
That's a lot. I got 8 of them.
I know. And you, as this is happening, I am gonna say that is the extent of it as they start beating on you and the like. But not because they stop, but because as this happens, a big old bastard, seemingly out of nowhere, just goes, "I want my pick!" And you see, it's like, you hear this chanting, it's like, "Big Rolf, Big Rolf, Big Rolf!" And whether this was an escape or someone going, "This will be funny," or something to teach you a lesson is unclear. But as the guards get this happening and they check on this situation, actually I'm going to change my answer. The damage doesn't come from the guards because they're like, "Whoa, what's happening?" And then all of a sudden you get a big old kick from Big Rolf right in the chest. And that's where we're going to take a break. Because we're going to be in combat against Big Rolf. My money is on Big Rolf. Yeah, look. I am confidently putting him against 6 players, so do with that what you will. So
6 players who are handcuffed, who have no equipment.
We're all
Hey, the good news is no danger zone yet, because Big Rolf may kill you before that. So with that in mind, thank you very much everybody for watching. We are going to take a 10-minute breaklet. We will see you then. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you then. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Jack will
bye.
be back soon.
Back soon. Bye, bye.
Back soon.
In Big Rolf t-shirts.
Big Rolf, Big Rolf, Big Rolf.
Done.
Six spacey lads and ladies or one Big Rolf.
hello. Did you miss us? We missed you. I hope everyone is doing well. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Amazing. So we are in the middle of a combat, and my music is being a jerk for some reason, which is super fun and not at all irritating. So while I deal with that, it is the top of the round, and we have Big Rolf, so I'm going to roll his initiative now. And that's actually convenient because we got the screaming but not the music. Thanks so much, Sharonscape. I appreciate you. So that is okay. Let me quickly deal with this. Sorry about the random screaming without the context. Okay. So we've got that.
That's just what's going on in our heads right now.
Yeah, very much. For sure. So we've got Marcus is now up, which is perfect because you were going to do something stupid and now you can do something productive, theoretically. So it is your turn. What would you like to do? Big Rolf is in front of you. How big is Big Rolf?
6 feet tall. How big is Big Rolf?
Does
he make me look small?
Yeah. Yeah, think Andre the Giant. It's kind of the vibe.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. In fact, I've got a picture of him that I will put up later. But yes, he's big. He's big, hence the name.
Cool. Marcus has been in prison enough times. He knows what happened. Marcus is going to try and sweep his legs to try and knock him down.
Okay. So, you can absolutely try. However, it is very... Well, how likely is it that they chained up your feet? Almost certainly. Let me roll and see if you get lucky.
Yeah, aren't we like
I needed a 6 on a d6. I got a 6. So they have chained your arms, but not your legs. You're very lucky. So, okay, let's see what happens. You know what? Actually, Lyra, you're smart. You're like, they planned this, didn't they? There's something going on. So, what that is, Jack doesn't know, but we're going to work it out. So, we're working backwards. Marcus, you have your legs. You are welcome to sweep. This would be a melee. It'd be melee or athletics. Do you have either of those as a skill?
I have both, but just for the sake of it, I'm going to use melee.
Okay, so this would be melee dex, because you're trying to sweep his feet.
Perfect.
This is Big Rolf, incidentally. 11. Okay, that's quite good. All right. I did not roll well enough, and I don't think it would have mattered because, yeah, he's big, not fast. So you do that, and I think... What's the situation here? Would it be enough to knock him on his back? I'm going to say this is a situation, given his name, that what you've begun to do is like you've begun the process of knocking him over because this is a quick combat round, but basically think those big robot dogs on Hoth in Empire Strikes Back. That's what you've begun to do with your chains. Does that make sense? So I imagine that's probably the process, and I'm kind of combining what you wanted to do with the logical thing of you dragging everyone everywhere anyway. So so he's begun, the chain's begun wrapping around him to some degree, and he's begun falling over. It's going to take a few more attempts to actually begin that process, in my opinion, which is all that matters in this context. So, Marcus, that is your turn. And it is now... Sorry, I wrote... Wow. You can tell I'm focused because I wrote Traveller, because I'm very smart, instead of his name. Okay, so Big Rolf is going to go now. He is going to... Oh, man. No, he's going to brawl first. Melee brawling is the skill, incidentally, in case people wanted to give that a go. So it might be called unarmed now. Actually, I think it is. So 6, 10 plus 3 is 13. which gives me a modifier of 2 before I do any damage to you, Cam. All right, and that would mean I don't think he has damage for his fists, so I'm going to say it's probably, is it 1d6 or 2? If we add our strength, well, it does 2.1.
It's fine. Yeah.
I think it's 1.
It's big, right?
Yeah, let's do 2. 5 points of damage. Plus 2 is 7. Apologize. So you get punched so hard, it feels like you are. You know what it is? It's that scene from Mulan. Sorry about the Sirenscape being weird. Let me turn this off. It's like that scene is like, I'm gonna hit you so hard it'll make your ancestors dizzy. That's what's happening in real time. So that is the king of the Rolf.
7.
7.
So yep, cool. I go down then.
Okay, so you got 6 endurance and you wanted to start a fight. Fun times. Okay, so you do not go down. Actually, no, hang on. No, you do. That's the rule we decided because unconsciousness. Yes, I remember. So Marcus, Lyra, I'm not sure if you got into a fight in your time. Perhaps Marcus was really good at talking people out of a fight. Maybe gives a real good punch. Can't take a good punch. Cannot take a good punch.
Glass jaw.
Glass jaw.
I am a definition of a glass jaw, yes.
Yeah. So Cam, what happens is once you go to endurance 0, is now you have to minus a number from strength or dexterity as well. Okay.
I go deck. Yep. Done.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. It is Maybelline's turn.
Okay.
How dare you, Abby? I saw chat.
But also accurate, Abby. So accurate. Okay, so Big Rolf is still sort of on his way down. Is that correct?
Yes. So I'm going to say it's the same as the task chain as before. I believe, Cam, you got a 10 previously, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, which would mean it's a plus 1 or 2 as far as task chain rules go. That's something I'm still wrapping my head around. Does anyone remember? Well, it's been 1. 1 success out of 10.
Yeah, I think it just depends on how much it succeeded the success by.
Right. Right. Well, it beat it by 2. Difficulty was 8.
Okay. Give me a sec and I will...
That's right. Tell you what. Why don't you just do your thing? Can someone find out for me while Maybelline does their turn? And okay. Maybelline, what do you want to do? And then we'll do that.
So Rolf is still in front. Sorry, I'm just trying to picture it in my head.
That's correct.
Was it plus 2 to the success? Sorry, I've got the rules in front of me for task chain.
They got a 10, so they I believe a 10 is a plus 1, not a plus 2. I could be wrong about that.
Succeeds with effect 1 to 5 equals plus 2.
There you go. So you got a plus 2 whatever you do, Maybelline.
Okay. I think, because if I'm right, like, because Maybelline's on one end towards the front of the chain, and then I know Marcus was a little bit further back, so she's sort of, like, Big Rolf is still in front of them, but she's sort of on the side. I think what she's hoping to do is maybe, like, just, like, help trip him on his way down a little faster.
You can absolutely do that. I am going to point something out that we haven't technically sorted. We have not established, just mostly because I want Cam to stay up. Now, I'm not going to stick to this rule necessarily, but one thing I think we can agree on here is that we want everyone to keep playing the game in the first game that we've ever played. So Cam, you've got how many luck points?
I got 6 endurance total.
Luck points.
Oh, luck? 5.
5. So you can spend however much luck and reduce the damage by that much. Now, normally what we agreed on at first was you can affect the roll. but that's not going to matter because it will still hit him. Reserving the right to take this away if it's too OP, but essentially you can use it to negate the damage. So he still did damage, but enough that you still have however many hit points that you want. While you're figuring that out, Maybelline, what do you want to roll to do this?
So I was thinking, because basically Maybelline doesn't want to do direct conflict. This guy is bigger than her. She doesn't want to get hit.
That's true. Yep.
So I'm thinking Dex, because I want to get in lifty of the back foot to help him go down really fast and hopefully hit his face, and then scoot back again, probably hiding behind Jameson.
Sorry, I missed the last part. Lifty, and then I lost you.
So lift up try and just lift up that back foot either with a kick or a lift or something, and then scoot herself back again.
Okay.
Probably hiding behind Jameson, or at least close enough.
Yeah, okay. So, do you have any skills in athletics or melee, or do you want to justify a skill to me?
Let me double check. Melee, definitely not. I checked that out earlier. Athletics, no. I just have okay dex.
So what I can say then is if you want to think of a way that you can help either Jameson or who's up next? The next person would be Jameson and or Octavia. So you could try and help them, perhaps, if you can think of a way to do so. You could be like that old guy to Rocky's coach, it's like, come on, Rocky, get it right in the left. You could possibly do that, whatever you can think of. But in the meantime, real quick, Marcus, did you end up spending your luck or no?
Yeah, I'm going to use 3 out of my 5.
Okay, and that puts you up with 1 endurance, correct?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. So you're still up, but you are seeing cartoon birds. Maybelline, what were you thinking?
Can I potentially use carouse to G up the crowd as a bit of a distraction for the guards instead?
Interesting. Okay, so carouse is partying and having a good time. So it would be a persuade more than anything. Okay. If you're trying to convince this behemoth to crack open a cold one, that's where carouse would come into play. I'm down with it. I have no problem with that.
I was wanting to aim it more at the crowd to see if they might.
Are you hyping up the crowd for him to kick our ass?
No, for them to distract him so we can kick his ass is what I'm hoping.
Here's the issue. I like the concept, but imagine you're in a big crowd and everyone's yelling and you're trying to yell, hey, you should distract him. I can't imagine the words coming out. So we can definitely do something like that, but it's got to be a bit more primal than, hey, you should distract them for some stupid reason. So what I think the translation of this would be, if you're trying to get the crowd involved,
more just like, look how pathetic, he's already falling down kind of thing is more what I was
thinking. Okay. Well, I think this would probably motivate your fellow players too. So we'll say it's a yes and situation. So this would be persuade, not... Well, fuck it. I'll let you do carouse.
I also have a 1 in persuade, so I'm happy to go with persuade.
Yeah, let's go with persuade. That makes a bit more sense to me in this context. Yeah.
All right, so let's roll. So that is the 7.
And it's plus your intellect.
8. My intellect modifier, I think, was 0. Yep, so 0 on the intellect modifier, so that'll just make it a straight up 8.
Which is a 10 because you have a plus 2.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah, so it'll be a 10.
So that means that the plus 2 continues down the line, okay? And I'm also going to say, because your specific intention was to help get this guy down in whatever way you could, that the next person, either Octavia or Jameson, will have an extra +1 to it. So it's +2 from the task chain, +1 because you were specifically trying to be a bard, essentially. So that is fine. Jameson, Octavia, it is your turn. I would also ask for movement normally, but they're not going anywhere. They are chained together. So Octavia, Jameson, who would like to go first?
Okay, I assume that Octavia is probably on the other end of this chain and probably sees this and goes, I've got this. and she's just gonna like run, climb him, grab him around the head, and start digging her nails into his eyes. Be like, ow!
Okay, so you're trying to. Sorry, one more time. Sorry, the music was being distracting. I know what the problem is. There you go. Sorry,
Just
one more
a
time.
Cat on a face.
You're trying
Yeah,
to trying to cat face him. Okay.
Yeah. Like jump on his back and just be like, and dig my
Okay. So this would be athletics, dexterity.
athletics. Okay, not unarmored.
Not unarmed. I will allow unarmed.
That's what I meant. Not unarmored. What am I doing?
Well, no. It's if you want to do unarmed to push him
fine,
over,
I'll
you
do
can do
athletics.
unarmed. Yeah.
It's fine. I can do athletics. Don't just stress. I got this.
I've been with one of your head sticks.
Right, but I have nails, and they never expect the nails. So I got 8 plus dexterity, which is +1, so 9.
9.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, +2 is 11. So, I'm gonna say, yeah, you are starting to basically like, are you trying to do damage to him? You're trying to do damage to him, aren't you? So, I guess
Yeah,
so.
but he just
That's kind of
hurt
the,
my
yeah.
bestie, my only friend in the whole
All right.
wide world. So I'm like, absolutely
All right.
fucking nut.
Okay.
Get some new eyes.
So you're doing a more feral Black Widow move, is kind of the impression of like the legs around the neck and then. Okay, great. Okay, here's the issue.
A child on top of a dad's shoulders, but feral.
Perfect. Here's the issue. Not a problem, but worth noting. Lyra, you're like this now because Octavia's gone up Big Rolf, and Big Rolf is big, quite big. So he's gone up Big Rolf, and you have gone up with Big Rolf also.
That's okay. I can swing this literally. And
Okay. Okay. Amazing. I need a clip, please, chat. So, I need. I'm gonna say a straight
One bionic arm
D6.
just gets detached.
Octavia.
6.
6 plus the modifier of 1 is 7 points of damage to the eyes.
Way.
Okay. Now things are getting a little bit more interesting in the hood.
Big Ralph,
Okay.
now.
I mean, literally, you've never, Octavia, you've never felt more alive. I am so tall. Is this what it feels like?
Oh, without a doubt, you guys are looking at her and she's smiling. It's the biggest smile you've ever seen on her fucking face.
Oh, amazing. Okay, I love this so much. All right, so Octavia. Endorphins! That's my high now. I want to jump off a cliff. Who's got a cliff? Okay.
Where's the nearest rodeo?
Yeah. Amazing. So, Jameson.
Yeah, seeing Octavia just going feral onto a big rock, he's just gonna run up and try and stomp out the side of the knee, and with his chain hands just.
Oh. Yeah, okay, that's melee unarmed, strength or dex, and I will also say, actually, you know what we didn't do, Nick? Technically speaking, we didn't do your tactics roll. So what we'll say in this context is I'm going to be a bit, and get used to this, chat, I'm going to bend the rules for fun because I enjoy doing that. If you don't like that, that's okay. But I'm going to make this more fun, potentially. Do you want to make a tactics roll for me? And this can be the modifier for this attack. Because you technically forgot to do it, but I'm going to let you do it for this attack because this sounds like a very military tactics thing to do. It's like, that's where the knee bone is.
Give you the leadership thing at the start of combat for you to use. If only.
We're talking.
No, I actually sent
What?
you. I'm like, yo, remember you got this feature.
The Chaos Gremlins took over and you missed
8
his
on the
opportunity.
dice plus tactics is 9.
9. Okay, so that's a +0, unfortunately. But you have the task chain. So that's a +2 to your melee unarmed and strength. It would be strength. Because you're literally trying to blow his knee out.
Oh yeah.
And that is 10 plus 0 plus 0.
10 plus 0 plus 0. 0 is, which is a modifier of 1, I believe, once you hit 10, correct? Can anyone clarify? Yep, okay. So you got 1 point of damage no matter what. And I'm going to say this is 2d6. Because you aimed for it and you went for it.
8.
Also, we've been completely ignoring minor actions and shit, but this is basically a brawl, so yeah. Sorry, Karen, I missed all of that.
Don't worry, I was just giving you sass. It's fine.
Me? Oh, I'm sorry.
You sass. Me giving sass. What?
I don't know what I did to deserve
Never.
it. I'm sorry.
All of the things. Just for fun.
There's 2 4 for 8 on the die.
8 points of damage. Oh my god. So you hear a decided
You ever heard of
and there is no scream. The best equivalent I can give off the top of my head is something like just this dog whistle coming out of this crumpled man that, by the way, falls slowly. It's like an old man falling. You ever seen that? And you're like, oh well, this is somehow worse having watched this. But they do fall slowly. The guards go the prisoners go absolutely apeshit. The warden is being protected by the majority of the guards. The other guards get into play. You don't see names, but they are there's different ones that you're beginning to recognize. The one that smacked you in the head, Jameson, is definitely the one that's getting. This guy seems to be very much a hands-on kind of bloke, probably a relatively high-ranking member of the prison guard system. And as the warden is being escorted away from all of this nonsense, the other guards begin shooting up in the air. And as the riot is being contained, you begin the process of transition. Meanwhile, Big Rolf is just sobbing quietly. There is no noise from this man.
They're pointing out all that happened, and everyone's on the go. Atten's just still just kind of standing there, going, "What the fuck just happened?" I'm still in the moment of trying to stop Maybelline from talking, and all shit went to hell, and I'm just standing there going,
It is true.
"What the fuck?" I'm just the only one standing there, you know, what the fuck is going on?
Immediately after the battle, what would you guys do out of curiosity? Atten's obviously in shock. What, like, any specific reactions or things you would do? No issue if not, just kind of curious. Like, would you take advantage of the situation? What would you do?
Would I get his eyes? Would I have dug them out?
I don't think so. No, because he was still out.
God
If you got into 0, then yeah, 100%.
Okay, that's cool. That's fine. That's fine. I think at this point, Octavia just in the moment starts wrestling posing to the other prisoners and is just like covered in blood and just like screaming, but like in no way looks like she's ever gonna hurt anyone else at this point. She's just like this child just being excited but covered in blood. Yes.
While you're like being super excited and like moving all around the place, Lara's like, like right behind you as she's like
dragged around. Yeah.
Riley's been trying to help this entire time, and then Big Rolf fell. She probably fell with him, and then is getting dragged around by Octavia on the ground.
I actually have a question for the two medical-based people. Big Rolf is maybe not a pleasant particular guy, but he is in pain quite a bit. Does that matter to you?
Put Jameson, he's gonna stand over him and go, "Wasn't very smart." Come on. He's gonna put a bit of chain across his mouth. upside down. Try and reset his knee.
Oh. Okay,
Oh.
I'm gonna say with that in mind, Lyra, you can see this happening. Do you assist?
Yeah, can I try and, knowing that there's not much I can do to, like, stabilize with Octavia pulling me around, who I assume is not
Right.
stopping acceleration,
Yeah.
I'd like to try and, like, grab hold of Big Rolf's head and just keep the chain in his
Oh,
mouth.
okay.
and stabilize him.
Okay, I like this. So a relationship's being formed here. You don't know each other, but like, okay, all right, on the same page here. Hippocratic something something. So
Like oath, indeed.
I know. It was a joke. It's an oath. So the long and the short of it is that do you want to make this a task chain, or do you want to roll separately?
Task chain probably makes more sense because it's happening in sequence.
Okay, so in case it wasn't already obvious to the audience, task chains are unique to Traveller. They have worked out in the favor of the players, but they can easily backfire. If they roll well, the modifier carries over, and you can get better and better and better results with the power of teamwork. But on the other hand, just like every first year university project you probably did, teamwork can also be bad if a team member is shit. So if they roll like shit, it will drag everyone down. I'm sure that doesn't trigger anybody. Certainly doesn't trigger me in my university days. So Lyra, I think you can start because you're helping Jameson do the thing.
No problemo. So this would be medic plus intellect?
Yeah. Education would make more sense, but if intellect is better, I will accept either.
Intellect is 100% better. But, okay, so... Fuck. Snake Eyes, double ones. For a total of 4.
Oh no. Okay, remember what I just told you, chat? Here we go. So...
To be fair, he's pushing the chain deeper into his mouth.
Yeah. So...
You trip and you just
what
smack
is
him across
the
his face.
modifier for as bad as you can get? Does anyone know? Steven, do you have it on top of your...
-3.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Okay.
Are we
Okay.
home ruling it? Sorry, I might have missed this,
Mhm.
but aren't we home
Yeah.
ruling it that Snake Eyes is bad critical?
Yeah, that was a crit, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, you did get Snake Eyes. That is true.
You also have luck.
Yeah, that is true. So what I'm gonna say is, to your point, Karen, I'm gonna increase the difficulty to 10 now, not 8, but 10, and it's a -3
I was gonna
because
say
of the
my...
Snake Eyes.
Oh, actually, wait, hold on. Yeah, the DC was... Oh, I didn't get enough luck for that. Never mind.
Well, you guys can spend it together. That's something I've always allowed. So roll them bones, Jameson. It would be medic if you've got it, plus intellect or education, -3, difficulty 10.
So I'm gonna do medic plus education. That one.
Perfect. Yep.
I'm also gonna burn 3 points of luck for 11.
There you go. Yep, that's what luck is for. Perfect.
Yeah. So just kind of like
Okay.
locking his ankle under my armpit and just bracing him sort of like a reverse leg lock and just snapping it to the side.
Yeah. So luck is a situation, for those who are just tuning in for the first time, is a optional rule in Traveller. I do it a little differently, where they roll a single d6 for the session and then use it or lose it, basically, and then they re-roll the next time they play. This gives players a little bit of breathing room, be it keeping Cam awake or not murdering a man by accident, which may well have happened on a failure. So, with that in mind, that does get a scream, but you take that as a positive because at least he's making noise now. That's really interesting that you guys did that. Can I get a D6? I'm going to say from Maybelline, please, because this is all your fault.
Yeah, it is. That is a 3.
3. Okay, so it's not... this is what's called the friendship chart. So you basically If you'd rolled really well, you would have gotten a permanent friend for life. In this context, he's not an enemy. He's not particularly fond of you. But that's not particularly surprising.
That's really
Right.
tickled me that we stomped his knee out and he's like, friend.
He probably respects you, you know.
I've made friends that way. It's fine.
Yeah, that's true. You have. Yeah.
Look, 10 years of martial
Don't
arts,
get
you make friends in weird ways.
don't get Pickles drunk. You know, I still my arm still moves
it's
funny.
fun.
Yeah. So
He's neutral but not friendly.
I'm not gonna give too much away because you know you don't quite know, but after this happens, you're clearly within arm's reach, and he does not crush your skull like a melon, which progress, I guess.
Yeah.
You are dragged away, and yeah, it could be. You are dragged away in line. Keaonu is not the most advanced world in the Spinwood Marches. And by the way, if you guys like, and if someone in the cast could put it into the chat, Traveler Map Wiki, if you put in travelermap.com, you can find out where the planet is yourself. This is a real place. Keaonu, once you put in Traveler Map. It is a totally cool, grand thing. But yes, Keaonu is not the most advanced world in the Spinwood Marches. Thanks, Victoria. But the technology here in Tarkwall is primitive even by those standards. The clerk's bony fingers clatter on a dusty keyboard attached to an antiquated and flickering screen. We're going to go in reverse. So he looks at all of you and asks for your name, which you all give. And then he's going to say in reverse order to Jameson, all right, birth world.
Garden.
If you...
Ladon.
Thank you. Octavia, birth world.
Technically, I don't really have one. I was born on a ship. Legally, you should probably put Drinax. DRI.
He hesitates with that. Mentioning Drinax of all places.
I say this with my hands covered in blood, just like
Drinax. Yeah. Now, as to why that's significant, we will find out another day, everybody. Chat, but yeah, Drinax means something in the Traveler universe. It's a place. It's a place where stuff happens. Aton, birth world.
From Far Cordia.
Spelled.
That's a very good question.
You sure you're from there?
Positive. Yeah, I'll spell it out, but Stephen himself hasn't got it in front of him.
Jack wants you to spell it out because then people can look it up later. But we'll come back to you. Find it later. Lyra, birth world.
Gabriel. Gabriel.
All right. Marcus, birth world. Say it again one more time.
Herdus. H-R-U-D-A-S.
H-E-R-D-U-S?
No, just H-R-U-D-A-S.
Hrudus. Okay. All right.
Hrudus.
Sounds like a Dragonborn shout. Okay. Maybelline. Earthworld. Mirage. Okay.
Yeah.
He actually is a little interested in that. He's just like, oh. It's rather fancy world is Mirage.
Best place. It has all of the things you absolutely have to go. You know, when you can, I guess, get away from here. But go, you can totally have a holiday.
Amazing.
It's a shithole.
no. Look, this. Go to the space station. If you do anything else, just the space station.
Yeah.
And then glares at Jamison's like, zip it.
Stephen, what was the spelling for Farcodia?
It's right in front of me. Hang on 1 second.
Just spell it out verbatim so I can write it down.
It'd be good if I could find it. I lost it.
All right. Well, when you're ready, we'll come back to
I
you.
apologize. I had it and then my thing closed and I lost it.
It's all right. Your personal possessions will be stored until you are released or transferred from Tarkwall Prison. Now, this is important. Is anyone going to try and smuggle anything? Octavia's going to try and smuggle. Lyra's going to try and smuggle. Okay.
I'm hiding my computery augmenty stuff.
Inside your head, yeah. Okay, so Octavia and Lyra. Now, Lyra, I'm going to give you a +2 to the roll because you have it in your body, literally. It's bionic arm. And it's just the darts, correct?
Yep, just the 3.
All right. So I'm actually going to, yeah, I'll give you a +2. No, you know what? Rather than make it a +2, I'll reduce the difficulty, so I'll make it an easy roll. So it's 2d6, deception, and it would be probably dexterity. I will accept intellect, but then I would raise the difficulty, so it's your call.
I'll still go intellect because it's significantly
All right.
more.
All right, so it's back to an 8 then.
9.
Okay, that's what you needed. You managed to smuggle in. Octavia, what specifically are you trying to smuggle?
I just want to smuggle in one of my bugs.
I don't think you need to roll for that, unless it's like dangerous or something.
No,
Although,
a technical, fuck, an actual bugged device.
I mean, to be fair, you described your character like a hobo, so I think it's fair to assume you meant a real bug.
If she's in the way of disguising them, shove them into actual bugs and then place them on her body.
Yes.
But anyway,
entirely feasible.
Yes.
Okay, so that is.
She has a bunch of them, but she'll only take one of them. She'll take one of her best ones.
Okay, so where would she hide it?
So probably in the millions of scruffs of clothes, and then once kind of that when they're having to change, she probably just shoves one under a titty because the one that I'm looking at literally is they're so minuscule you can only find them if you have a bug detector. So I'm just they're quite tiny. I could probably put one in my ear and no one would notice.
So they absolutely would not have a bug detector. As I already mentioned, their technology is quite low down here. So that gives you an advantage in that it's even possible at all. So what I'm going to say is it is a deception check in the same way, but this would be dexterity, and it's difficulty 8.
I love dexterity. It's my main stat. Fantastic. +1. Well, 13. 13. I got double 6s.
Okay.
Very nice.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Along with the gentleman that showed you the card, who also seems to have he opens up a the pit of his tongue towards you, Lyra, and the card kind of comes out it's like a cash machine, it's this weird kind of, and the card comes out there. It's very disturbing, but his name is Lucky, as it turns out. So you are with Lucky. You still have not learned the Varga's name. He's very much kept to himself as you're kind of in the in-between stages. You are dragged off together, stripped, and sprayed with caustic chemicals. Emerging from, and by the way, yeah, you all see everything of everything. It's not erotic. Yeah, you all see each other as the day you were born. It is the way it is. But you are closer now than you were before. Emerging from the stinging showers, the characters, you guys, are issued with bright orange prison jumpsuits. And 100 credits from your personal accounts if you have savings. You are to be paid for your work in the prison, which looks like it's going to be predominantly mining. But the bulk of your personal savings is frozen while in Tarkwall. As you bring yourselves together, the other thing worth noting as you begin heading towards your cells is the Lucky and this Varga seem to be on the same cell block as you are. And the Varga looked, relatively dangerous. Now he looks like a drowned rat. Just the fur is just all over. And the muzzle is still on him. And you can see now that you're close enough to him, they've taken an extra precaution. It's not, you can be certain, for safety. It is to humiliate him. His teeth, in addition to the muzzle, have been gummed. So he has rubber stoppages that seem to have been sort of forced onto the canines. And so it looks like he's got miniature hockey pucks on his fangs. And he looks miserable.
Can I turn to him? Because
Yeah.
I can speak their language, and I will say...
Of course you can.
It might have been because the planet I was on last might have
Could be.
all the races we needed.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, I just kind of turned to it, but it's like very broken. I'm not very good at it. And I say, like, probably, where is washroom in Varga?
What is your intent? What are you trying to say?
My intent is to kind of, like, almost show sympathy towards him. I think that this is, like, the one like, she's looking at everyone else and she's like, these guys are lunatics. And in her brain, she believes that you're all lunatics, yes. And she's just like, something of home. So she's kind of just like, trying to open up to him almost in just like I know the language. I'm trustworthy. You have a friend.
Okay. Just give me a straight education roll, and I'll make it an easy roll because you're trying to use basic phrases.
Okay,
I
and
assume.
can I use my language as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yep, since that's a skill. Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I have all 3 of the main languages, so
Mhm.
we're good. And thankfully I don't need to know common. Well.
Common's your second language.
12.
You watch everyone else as Octavia seems to be having a rather detailed, hushed conversation with this Varga.
Oh.
So honestly, Karen, whatever you want to say, you could probably manage to get it out in this context.
Alright.
So what are you thinking?
Yeah. Great. I think that she's just like, are you the same as us? Like, do you know why you're here? Or is this like, I'm here, I could have been here for many things, like me, but like, somehow they've got me. Also his age, his likes and dislikes. Does he like long walks along the beach? You know, the usual things.
Okay.
Gonna fuck a furry.
Given the nature of, I'm making a judgment call as a referee here. I get the impression that the way that you learned it has a certain accent that he picks up on, and clocks. And he is very reticent, if I'm using that word correctly, I think I am, to get more attention from him, but he will answer briefly. And he says,
specifically, no.
I think that she understands their probably body language quite well, so she probably sees that he's quite uncomfortable, so she kind of just like turns and looks like she's talking to a corner in a wall because she's crazy. And
actually, you'd be smart enough to know it's actually more that you would probably be, out of everyone, probably the most aware of kind of what systemic bullshit they're trying to put on this guy. And it's less to do with talking, and it's more to do with the fact that you're talking in his language. Does that make sense? So, but with that said, I was going to say more, which was, the questions were, do you know why you're here, et cetera, and then it was,
so I think I still will kind of like face a wall and almost make it sound like mutterings, but hopefully like kind of almost like disguising like that we're speaking in his language. And
Right.
I'll just be like, where did they pick you up? Like, fuck. By the way, my name's Octavia. Just should probably mention that just in case. We might be working together, in the mines.
Kerr.
I like it.
Varga names are often sounds in human ears. So specifically, the spelling is Krrcrr. Sorry, Krrcrr. Kerr.
Oh my god.
Do you concur? Yeah. And he will say,
I don't know Imperial law. The Navy suits are nervous about non-humans. I think they're here to make an example.
but he shrugs. He's not sure. And more importantly, what would we call reading in Traveler? I think it would be a recon check. Recon intellect, if you have that.
For me?
If not, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm good at recon. Yay.
And I'll tell you what, everybody's sort of nearby, so you can, if you think you would try and pay attention to what the Varga is putting out there, you can. Obviously, you can't understand him, but rolling dice is fun.
Yeah, Jameson wouldn't listen, and he's weary of all Varga growing up and
That's fair. That's fair.
I rolled a 10.
Right. Okay. So make sure you're marking those down, guys, by the way. Yeah, a little bit. Actually, you know what it kind of sounds like? It sounds like, I can't do it, but when drag queens go, oh, kind of like that, but I can't do it.
The rolling?
Okay, you, they go, oh, I can't do it.
Oh,
but, yeah, that's it. A little bit. So, anyway, for those who passed, if anyone rolled for that, he's clearly got some pirate connections. That's why he's like even probably talking to you at all. Yeah. But from the way he's talking, you get the impression, Octavia, that if he did something piratey, he would probably use it to kind of show off at this point. This guy may well have been trying to go on the straight and narrow, kind of similar to your experiences. But it's of sorts. And the context is unclear, but to answer your direct question, does he know why he's here? He believes it is to set an example, because he doesn't go into specifics, but
I can pick it up on
he says the Imperium is nervous.
like almost do like Octavia. You see her kind of do like almost like her head still stays on the wall, but she does like a 180 with her body, so that her head's on the back, and she just goes, "All right, know where your friends are," and then she'll scuttle off to Lyra and be like, "They're nervous. The Imperium are nervous."
Imperium are...
Very quietly. I say that quietly.
Yes. Imperium are nervous? Did you... I saw you speaking to him with
Now,
me...
while you're having this conversation real quick, what I'm going to assume is that you guys are sort of walking towards yourselves.
Grab everyone else. Yeah, I think that I grab Lyra, and then I'm just like, oh, no. You guys...
everyone.
Yeah, just come on in.
You're definitely in the... I'm just letting you know kind of the motion of the ocean, so to speak. So what you're headed for is your cells to potentially gear up once that happens, because you're going pretty much straight into the mines. So you're headed in that direction. All of you can hear this, I will say, unless you do something particularly obnoxious or for too long, then you won't be required to roll to keep your voices down, because there's a lot of noise happening around you anyway. So you can all hear this. Continue. All good. Just wanted to set the scene.
Yes, I spoke to the barker. His name is... It's very fancy.
Sounds
I'm
like
jealous.
a noble name.
It is a noble name. It is. It's got a history. Anyway. Yes. So he is also in the same boat as us. He doesn't really know why he's here. Obviously, like, look at him. He kind of looks like a guy that should be here, so that could be it. But like, he said that the Imperium are nervous.
Right. Did he mention anything about why? Like, what they're nervous for?
I don't think he knows. I think he's just going off of... The Vagger are very good at, like, body language, like, reading. So I assume that's how he's gotten the vibe of the Imperium. But yeah, I don't think he exactly knows, but like, you know, everyone's quite nervous around him. Look at, he's got things on his teeth. He hasn't even tried to bite someone. I've tried to bite someone and they haven't put anything on mine.
That's not a bad idea.
I mean,
like, that's such a good point.
I wouldn't say that too loudly. I think maybe you wouldn't want that to happen. Yeah.
No, but like, it's amusing. Anyway, yes, they're nervous. He might be being made an example, he thinks. Maybe.
Jack, this is probably...
What? Yes.
Yes! The answer to this is probably going to be no. However, would Octavia or I, from our very deliberate investigation into the Imperium, know about potentially why they would be nervous? Like, any events that have gone on or anything like that?
I will tell you this. You would know that, and by the way, Octavia and Aton, you've definitely squared on each other and you know who's who. And I imagine, Octavia, you would have told the story, correct? Of, at some point, of how you know Aton, etc., etc.?
Yeah, look, I think at this point, she's probably not... If he's not acknowledging it, she's not acknowledging it at the moment. She's kind of just like, what is this weird game you're playing?
What I'm more getting at is, for Lyra's purposes, would she have been told about what happened to Aton in the past?
Oh, absolutely. Like, everything.
Right.
I think she knows everything that's happened in my life. I am an open book.
So in that case, what I would say is, Lyra, by osmosis, and probably, like, you would, as I said before, you can recognize and probably make contact at this point, where you're like, hang on, wait a minute.
Yep.
I've pissed off the Imperium for sure. Octavia has done random shit to piss off the Imperium. I don't know about these other three. However,
What the fuck?
they all don't know. But the one thing you do know about Aton is that he was working for the Imperium when his ship got lost in deep space. And for God knows how long. He does
I
not
was in stasis.
remember. Yeah, he was you would have put yourself into what's called a deep berth. For those who are fans of the Alien franchise, you know what I'm talking about. And you would have been likely one of the first people to properly medically examine him for the record. Perfectly healthy, perfectly fine. And you're here, and this is as good as moment as any to kind of address that elephant in the room, because he's definitely someone you know.
As in someone I would know. I wouldn't know him personally. Would I?
No. My ruling is that if Octavia met him, that you were probably the person to be brought to. So Aton met Octavia, etc., etc. But you probably would have taken an interest in the story and medically examined him. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it would have been. I just thought that what happened with Octavia and Aton happened before I met Octavia, but I've gotten the timelines mixed up.
No, what happened to me happened like 20 years ago.
100%. My point is that once you heard about the story, you would have been curious to know.
Sure, okay.
And
yep.
So I'm connecting the dots, as it
She's
were.
like, bring your
If
friend
that's
in.
fine.
Bring your friend.
Would have been like, oh yeah, I was stranded in space, and she would have been like,
right.
We just at a bar, and I'm like, yeah, I was on a scouting mission years ago, and then next thing you know, I wake up, and my ship has its records wiped. I don't know why. I'm even looking into it, and every time I get somewhere, I get stopped and red taped.
Oh, red tape is my favorite. I like to break through it and burn it every time I come across it. So don't you stress! We shall find out the mystery.
You're weird.
Thank you.
Looking too far in got me fired, and probably got me sent here.
Right, so everyone, I mean, Aton, you were tried to be, I guess, silenced or maybe exiled. I'm imagining by the Imperium, perhaps.
100%.
And I know for a fact that Octavia and I are not particularly loved by them. Maybelline, I think you said your name was.
Yes.
I don't know. You said that you had done something to maybe piss off some executive.
Oh, definitely pissed them off.
Right.
But not like I wouldn't say this is the first time I've done this kind of thing.
Right. Okay.
This was definitely the first on this kind of scale, though. It was quite
right.
Very
yes,
visible.
I saw it on the news. It was a beautiful piece, actually.
Thank you. I'm
welcome.
so proud of that one. But yeah, not this kind of reaction is no. That's just like a fine, and it's like it's on the news for a little bit. I say sorry. We pay a fine. It's
I think perhaps those not in your caliber would have ended up here quite much sooner. Perhaps.
Well,
I don't
yes. Yes. Privilege has privileges, I guess.
Of course. And Marcus, you said you didn't quite know why you're here, but you have a proclivity for violence, perhaps. Could that
Just
be part?
Just a slight problem with violence. I mean, anyone. I've seen so many of your kind being shot, so what's your point?
Fair, but
This is probably why you're here.
And I didn't quite catch your name, soldier medic.
He's Colt.
Everyone's Colt, but my name's Jameson Coltrane. But
Cold. Anything to piss off the Imperium lately?
well, I was on a mission that went sideways, but other than that, like, no.
Right. So, most of the people here did, but some just went missing, went sideways. Any ideas?
Listen,
I think I've got it. They've figured out that we know they're lizard people. Right? We understand it's a new
we
species.
already know the lizard people.
We
What?
You know,
Octavia,
I know the lizard people,
No,
and
no,
I'm
not
very well traveled.
Oh God. Wait. It's this other. Alright. It's this other type of lizard people that's happening, and like the world is changing. But like it doesn't matter. I'll educate you later.
the other
Which
lizard
world specifically? There's a lot of them.
Yeah. Octavia, we've talked about your obsession with lizard people. Those are just people. They live on worlds. It's a bit derogatory sometimes how you talk about them.
Underground.
Well, yes, but some people live underground.
Lizard people. That's who lives underground. Like. It's fine.
Anyway, Atom, you mentioned briefly people went missing.
I went missing.
Oh,
working for the Scouts and working as I do. When my ship went to go to put in the coordinates, went to jump, and next thing I know, I was being pulled out of stasis, and years have passed. They checked my ship. Everything had been wiped. And I don't know what happened. And every time I tried to find out, it shut me down. So, there's a cover-up of some kind. I'd been trying to get through it for years. As soon as I got close, I ended up here. Right there. And I'm not one for conspiracies. I think it had to do with something higher up. And I've got this one over here pointing at Octavia. I go, needed her for a quote-unquote job as an undercover thing, and I came across a lot of Imperium robot stuff. Things went wrong, we split, and I haven't seen her since.
Except now I'm here. Hi, Atten. My best friend. My other best friend.
It's alright, Octavia, you can have more friends. We've talked about this.
As you guys get yourselves somewhat up to speed with the commonalities and yet the peculiarities of your situation, you are escorted to your cells. It isn't long before you are given equipment, barring two people. Mining equipment. Barring two people. One, because they don't trust her with it, Octavia. And the second, not to Lyra. And as you guys begin to be escorted out towards the mining zones, Lyra is ejected from the handcuff line. Lyra, you feel a hand on your shoulder, and you turn to see the navy blue uniform with gold piping of someone in the Imperium. Can I have Lyra's surname, please?
Delaney. Delaney.
Dr. Delaney.
Yes.
I think we ought to have a conversation.
Who are you?
And as the camera pans up towards the gentleman's face, that is where we will end tonight's episode of The Bomber. We're going to cut to everybody doing some mining and fun stuff, and then eventually a conversation with a certain Dr. Lyra Delaney. I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. How we feeling, players? We all good?
Good.
Everyone
A
good?
bit hotty.
Excellent.
A bit hot and sweaty, but good.
Yeah, same. So, with that, everybody, that is the end. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves as much as I did, and we did, it sounds like. We are going to go on a raid, but not before, if we can. I would love a favorite moment from everyone. A favorite moment, doesn't have to be everyone, just a favorite moment, something that jumped out at you. I will start to give you guys a second to think about it. I really loved the way that you guys rolled with the absolute nonsense that was that fight / keeping Maybelline from being thrown in the danger zone, which, by the way, I can tell you now, because you're going to experience it, you're going to see it. The danger zone is like the hole in a prison, except it's radiated. It's extremely dangerous. You don't want to go there. You will lose a lot of stuff if you do. Mine was, I think, other characters realizing the seriousness and then like, okay, we're doing this. I was like, oh shit, now we're in combat. Oh fuck. And everyone rolling with those punches super well. It was a lot of twists and turns, but you really made it work. I'm proud of you. Good job. That's my favorite moment. Who would like to go next?
I'll go. The Phil Raccoon Child that is Octavia.
Yeah.
In every sense of the word, feral.
Mm-hmm.
My hardest.
Mine is the not feral Maybelline, but also the most equally chaotic. Just
Look, it's teamwork.
Yep. Oh, just you wait until they're actually friends.
I can't wait. So keen.
I'm just
I will
thinking
say
like my
that,
character is just a dad of a 20-year-old daughter, and I'm just like,
I
God,
was just
fucking
literally
help me.
gonna say that I love that about Atten. I love that Atten is literally the straight man just being like, fuck, what the fuck is going on? And like, I love the idea that he was like, Octave. Here she is. She doesn't know me. Like, and it lasted long enough that it's so funny that I just, yeah, it just.
Yeah, that's
La
what
la
I was
la
just
la
like,
la la.
It was like, if she's here,
My favorite
what
moment was
the fuck
right
have
at
I
the
done?
start.
At the start, go ahead.
Yeah, it was when Colt talked shit to the people on the shuttle and he got freaking whacked in the head for it.
Yeah, losing 5 endurance points is no joke in Traveler chat. If you could see the character sheets, it's just like, oh no.
One move,
Okay.
you could die.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't even get a Nick kicking the dude in the knee. I was like, sick. Because what I had planned was I was just going to kick him in the nuts.
Look, sometimes that's a valid choice.
Mm-hmm. He just did a ton of damage. Pickles, did you have a favorite? And chat, feel free to put down your favorite moments if you had any.
I had a whole bunch, and a couple of them have been said. But I think it's the bit that actually ended up with me drawing it, which was when Octavia climbed up on Big Roll's back with like the sharp nails coming out. And I also do kind of love that Steve has to play the straight man because Steve's normally the chaos gremlin in all the games that I've been in with him.
I'm just like, I would normally be all about this, and I'm like, how is my character fitting into this?
with
Clinging
so
on
many
to
tension
Jameson as hard as
headaches.
he can, I think.
It's like, oh, boy. Like, I'm like, Liara's gonna be the savior. Like, I'm like, she seems normal. Seems.
I can
He's
very
my
much see
best
buddy
friend.
cops coming through from Colt and Adam.
Yep.
But also, Liara becoming like the, I wouldn't say the foster mum, but like the instant leader of this clique of crazy.
Yeah, it's true.
Sister vibes immediately.
Yeah.
It really, that ties into my favorite moment, which was just establishing who's the little siblings, who's the big siblings, and who's the parents in this group.
And it's definitely, it's me and Liara, the parents.
Yeah. Lyra and Atten are kind of like just the ones who are like, and Jameson is there as well.
Jameson's the older brother.
Jameson gives
I think
older brother vibes.
Jameson and
The
Mark.
older brother didn't grow up with you guys, but has been bailing you out since.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny because both me and Liara's character are the oldest. We're both in our 40s.
We're both the oldest characters.
Yep.
Incredible.
Octavia Maybelline, definitely the youngest child.
100%. Feral.
I would say that I'm the feral raccoon in the trash bag outside, but hey, a little sister is fine.
And Marcus is that one cousin that just got out of prison.
He's like, he might be at Christmas, maybe. I don't know.
Still funny. My favorite, one of my favorite moments is big thug. Yeah, I'll fight everyone. One punch.
No.
So funny.
Immediately.
Eventually, you guys are gonna have armor. It's gonna be great. Amazing. All right. Well, I mean, as a little pat on the back towards myself, I ran it. It's done. The worst is over, and it's only going to get better from here. Woohoo! Exciting. Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. We appreciate you. We are going to be raiding into my buddy, the Lawright, who's playing some Minecraft. They are a avid tabletop enthusiast, so you should give them a follow because they are lovely and awesome and great. 11 viewers. That's crazy. Thank you very much for everybody hanging around this long. Know that people can like you exactly as you are and that you matter. And a couple more things. 15% off recklesscreatures.com. You can get a cool shirt. Some of these people have them. They're pretty cool. And also, if you are looking for a Dungeon Master, you can hire them, me and Abby, at dungeonmasterondemand.com.au. We run all sorts of games online and in the Melbourne area. We're only just getting started, so we're going to have even more cool shit to show you in the months to come. So thank you for your support. If you're not already part of the Discord, you can join it here. And if you're subscribed, you can use the Pirate Raid Shez emote, who is my little cat. And you can... we are not DM for hire. No, different thing. Different thing. Different thing. But yeah, all good.
If you're watching the VOD, just
Stickers. Scan that.
That QR code.
Yep.
That'll take you to a fun place.
Amazing. Well, thank you everyone very much, and we will say goodbye. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
And then you see it.
What? Gandalf. See what?
White shores. And beyond. The far green country. Into a swift sunrise.
no isn't so bad.